Hello, good evening, and welcome to Matchday Live. This is over the Arsenal Women's Channel, and this is, of course, the opening game for the Lionesses in the Euro 2025 against France. This is going to be a massive, massive game. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be great. So let's get going. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to this big game. Of course, it is the Lionesses against France, the opening game of Euro 2025. Of course, England are the holders. And can we retain the trophy? Well, if we're going to retain it, we're going to have to start this tournament well, because you may have seen a little bit earlier today, the Netherlands beat Wales 3-0. We face the Netherlands next after this one, and of course France play Wales. You'd imagine France are going to beat Wales, so that would leave both of those two teams on 3 points. And if we lose today, that would leave us on 0 points, and they would have to beat Holland, wouldn't we? Anyway, let's not go too far into that as yet, because we haven't played this game yet. But it is going to be tough. And what are the teams for this game? Well, this is the Lionesses lineup. There are not really too many surprises. In goal, it is, of course, Hannah Hampton. The back four is Lucy Bronze, Alex Greenwood, captain Leah Williamson, and Jess Carter is left back. In midfield is Kira Walsh, Georgia Stanway, and Lauren James in the number 10 position, starting for the first time for England for quite a long time following that injury. And the front three then, it's Beth Mead on the right, Lauren Hemp on the left, and of course, Leslie Russo through the centre. That is the England lineup for this game. Pretty much full strength, really, isn't it? On the bench, then, it's pretty much the rest of the squad. Kiara Keating, Anna Morehouse, Neve Charles, Esme Morgan, Ella Toone, Jess Park, Lotta Woober-Moy, Maya Letitia, Chloe Kelly, Grace Clinton, Aggie Beaver-Jones, and Michelle Adjumang. For France, then in goal, it is Pauline Perred, Magnin, of course, former Arsenal goalkeeper. Their back four is Elise de la Mahida, Mawin Lacra, Alice Sambak, and Selma Basha. In midfield, it is Oriane Jean-Francois, of course, Chelsea player, Grace Gaiora, and Sakina Kauchi. And their front three is Delphine Cascarino, Marie Anton Katato, and Sandy Baltimore, another Chelsea player. Obviously, that's a strong French team. We know that. It's a strong England team as well. This is going to be one hell of a game, isn't it? Greg's with us in the chat. He says, evening all, win tonight. Well, yeah, let's hope it is a win tonight. I mean, get your score predictions in, guys. I know the other night on the show, I predicted a 1-1 draw, which I don't think would be a disaster. I think we can get a result. Having watched the Netherlands earlier today, I think we can get a result against them. They're a good side, but I think we can get a result against them. So, yeah, let's at least get a draw tonight. Obviously, we want to win. We can when we've got the players to hurt them. We've got pace, we've got strength, and I think Lauren James could be keen. I said this the other night. I think she's our wild card. She's a player that can do the unexpected. And as long as she can keep her discipline and not lose her head, as she has done, of course, previously in the last World Cup, for example, I think she could be a real key to us going far in this tournament. So let's hope so. But yeah, I'm happy with that lineup. I don't think I'd have really changed too much. We've got some quality on the bench still, haven't we? Obviously, Chloe Kelly just signed a permanent contract with Arsenal. She can come on, obviously, and we know she can do a job. Jess Park, Ella Toone scored 2 goals the other night. Great players that we can bring off the bench. Aggie Beaver-Jones, of course, can get a goal or two as well, can't she? So, we've got quality there as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident that this squad is good enough to go a long way in this tournament. Can we win it again? I don't know. We've seen all the other big teams so far. Obviously, Spain had a great result, but Portugal weren't up to much. We beat Portugal by 6 the other week. So, I don't know. They're all good sides, aren't they? Germany had a good win. They had to work hard for it. So Holland did a professional job against Wales earlier. Game they was always expected to win. So yeah, we've got nothing to fear. We need to go out, play our game, and hopefully we can get the results tonight and push on and grow into the tournament. We can't afford to start slowly though, can we? Because a defeat tonight against France puts us really on the back foot, even just to qualify at the group stage. So yeah, it's a massive game, but I'm pretty confident we can get a result. I was thinking of draw the other night, but I'm kind of thinking that we might win now. I'm feeling pretty confident now. Having seen the lineup and seen the French team, I think we can beat them. What's your score prediction?
3-1 England.
Oh, 3. Well, that's confident, isn't it? Wow, 3-1 England. That'll be good. Get your score predictions in, guys. Let's see what you think is going to happen tonight. I think we'll win. I'm going to go 2-1. I think it's going to be tight, but I think we'll do it. Greg says our 2 fullbacks are our weaknesses. Well, yeah, I think the left back has been a weakness for England, even in the last tournament. You know, Rachel Daly, who's a forward, came in and played there and did well, but you know, we've got Jess Carter playing there tonight. I don't think that's her best position. I don't think she's a really strong left back. I would have maybe preferred Neve Charles. I don't think there's much to choose between them. Neither of them are the top quality. Lucy Bronze is great going forward. She's always good for a goal or two, isn't she? We saw the other night she got a great goal as well. Yes, defensively she can get caught out against the better teams. We've seen that cost us in the World Cup final. But the experience, I think, sometimes means a lot in these big tournaments, doesn't it? You know, she's been there, she's done it, she's won everything there is to win. So I've got no problems with Lucy Bronze playing necessarily. I don't think we've got a better right back anyway. So I'm not, you know, I think left back has always been a problem. But yeah, I mean, I think we're strong everywhere else, aren't we? I know people talk about the goalkeeper. I think Hannah Hampson's a brilliant goalkeeper. I've got no problem with her at all. I think she's great. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that either. So Greg says Germany and Poland to go through in that group. Well, yeah, Poland surprised me actually. How well they played. They defended for their lives, didn't they? And you know, they were a little bit unfortunate in the end not to get a result against Germany. I didn't think played particularly well. They're going to get better, I suppose, as the tournament goes on. But yeah, I mean, they look the strongest 2 teams in that group you expect. But I don't know. It'd be nice to see Sweden go through, wouldn't it? But we need to worry about England. The teams are now coming out. This game's in Zurich, by the way, and it's this. Well, they've got to come down the stairs to get out of the tunnel in this stadium, which is unusual, isn't it? And of course, it is our own Leah Williamson leading the team out, of course, as she did in the last Euros. Of course, she missed the World Cup due to that ACL injury, but she's back. And I think the Arsenal players in particular will still be buzzing, won't they, after the Champions League final a few weeks ago. What a summer it'll be for Leah Williamson, wouldn't it, to win both of this tournament and the Champions League within a few weeks? That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? But a lot of work, obviously, for England to do before we get to that point. Josie was saying, good evening. Hope you are well. Obviously, looking forward to this game. I'm sure we all are. And it couldn't be a tougher start, really, could it? We've got a difficult group as it is anyway. And this is a tough game. You know, obviously, it would have been easier to have started against Wales, wouldn't it? Probably got 3 points on the board. And it's a good way to start a tournament, isn't it? Whereas tonight, I'm not saying we can't get the 3 points because we can, but this is a tough game. It is a tough game. You know, France have got quality, haven't they? You know, they've got quality up front in particular. Sandy Baltimore just had a great season with Chelsea. We know how dangerous she can be. But yeah, let's be confident, let's be positive, and I'm sure we can get a result. And I think they're going to play the national anthem. I don't know if it's ours first, is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
There you go, the England national anthem. It's always good in a tournament, isn't it? You know, when you get the national anthem, it gets you going, doesn't it? Greg says England will win 4-1. Wow, you're even more optimistic. I like that. I like that. That's a good score, but I think it's going to be tough. But we'll take a 4-1. I'll take a 1-0, to be honest, just get the win, because we know how tough this group looked as though it could be. You know, it's 2, isn't it? Out of us, France and Holland are going to go through, but which 2? You know, we have to make sure we're one of those at least, don't we? So. And this game is going to be a massive game in that sense, isn't it? Because you do expect France will beat Wales. So even if France lose tonight, they're going to get 3 points in their second game. We've got to play Holland, and that won't be easy at all. So yeah, this is such a big game tonight. Let's get the win, and then we can really push on. But yeah, France have got some weapons, haven't they? Definitely, especially in attack. Katoka, of course, up front, and they've got Diani on the bench. Cascarino's a great player as well. We've seen a bit of her this season, haven't we? Of course, not this season, sorry, previous season when we played, of course, in the Champions League. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. Actually, no, because Cascarino played for Lyon, didn't she?
Where's Wendy Reynard?
No, she didn't get picked. She didn't get picked in the squad. So Wendy Reynard is gone. She's out. Which is good news for us, really, because she's a good player. But yeah, obviously France feel they've got better than her, so that's their decision, isn't it? So I'm happy about it because I think she's great, Wendy Reynard. But anyway, she's not playing, she's not in the squad, and yeah, let's see if that's a mistake that they've made not picking her, because I think she was fit as far as I'm aware, because she played in that Champions League against Arsenal not that long ago, but she just got left out of the squad. But they've still got good players. I mean, Christ, they're all top players, aren't they? So this should be a good. I think this so far in the tournament, this is obviously the biggest game so far, isn't it? It's two of the top teams playing each other. We haven't really seen that yet, have we? So far, all their favourites have played lesser teams in the group, really. So this is the first real big game, actually, in 3 days into the tournament. So it's going to really. The tournament kind of starts tonight in many ways. It starts obviously whenever England play. Anyway, the tournament doesn't really start till England play, but I think so far the games have been quite low key, haven't they? Most of the results have been predictable. There's been no shocks. Everyone's expected the favourites to win each game, and that's how it's gone. So this is the first game really so far that you look at and think, well, either team could win. It's one of them games, isn't it? Could go either way. It's the first game of the tournament like that. So these are games that you want to see, don't you? And obviously this is more like a knockout game, isn't it, really? England against France, but it's a group game. It's an important game, and let's see if we can do it, because, yeah, wow, it's going to be good, this. It is going to be good.
So Diani's on the bench?
Diani's on the bench. Mallard's on the bench. We've got some good players on the. We've got some good players on the bench as well. It's Alex Greenwood's 100th cap as well tonight for England. Wow, Alex Greenwood, 100th cap. It's great to see her. Yeah, she didn't play obviously much in the Euros because it was obviously Millie and Leo were playing all the games, and it's good to see Alex getting a start now. She'd probably be in the team all the way through, you'd imagine. Looking at the fact that obviously Millie never came along. So yeah. Let's see, we're just about to get off and underway in Zurich. The weather looks okay, doesn't it? It's been quite warm over in Switzerland so far in the tournament, and it looks like it's a nice evening. Full stadium by the look of it as well for this big game, which is nice to see, isn't it? You like to see women's game getting the support that it needs. And yeah, this is the biggest game so far, isn't it? So we need to get some shots at this goalkeeper, because I don't think she's that great, actually. I know she used to play for Arsenal, but I don't think she's that good anymore. And I think we need to get some shots in, don't we? And let's test her out. England are wearing their new home kit, which is rather decent, isn't it?
Kit. It's lovely, isn't it?
It's a bit of a throwback to 1982, the Men's World Cup, isn't it? So it's quite nice. But we're having a minute of silence now, of course, for Diogo Jota, who was sadly killed this week. Wow, there you go. Joe says a draw. Yeah, I mean, that would surprise me. I said a draw the other night, but now the game's about to start, I'm kind of feeling a bit more optimistic, I've got to be honest. But anyway, we'll have to play well to win this game. And we haven't been playing too badly recently, so I'm pretty confident. But they've got some threats, haven't they? France, they're showing Sandy Baltimore there, and she is a very good player. We're going to have to watch her, aren't we? We've seen what she can do for Chelsea this season, so we need to watch that. But we are just about to get off and underway. England will be taking the kick-off, taking the goal to our left. It's going to be Lauren James actually back in the starting lineup for the first time for a while for England. Of course, she's had a lot of injury problems. I do think she's a key player for us. I really do. I think she is going to be the difference maker in this tournament. Anyway, the ball goes back to Hannah Hampson, who's in green, plays it long ball forward, but French defender heads it away. And Lucy Russo touches it out to that far side, but it's just a little bit too far ahead of Beth. Yeah, it's going to be a throw to France. But that was a positive start from England anyway. I do like that kit.
It's lovely.
It is really good.
I don't know where my top is. My orange top.
What about your black one?
Where's that one as well?
I don't know.
Well, they were in the wardrobe, and I think you must have took them out of the
I
wardrobe.
didn't take them out. I don't know
You must
what
have.
What took them out for?
Well, they're not there.
Anyway, England coming forward now on that far side into the penalty area. Lauren
Come
James with a shot.
Oh.
Fired it over the top. That would have been a great start.
Wouldn't it?
Goal inside the first minute would have been there. That's a good chance that is there. I just said Lauren James was going to be the difference maker, and she had a chance to make the difference very, very early in this game. I think she could have crossed it actually because Lauren Hemp was coming at the far post. But I mean, I suppose you're going to shoot in that position, aren't you? That was a big miss actually. Joe says, well, that was a waste. Well, it was a bit of a waste, yeah. It was a good opportunity that actually. Maybe it just come too early in the game. I know it sounds stupid, but sometimes, you need to sometimes feel your way into a game, don't you? And that was her first touch. She maybe took too long to get her shot away, actually. Maybe she hit that first time. Might have been a better option. But anyway, it does show, doesn't it, that we can create chances against this team. That's a good sign, but yeah, she should have done better with that. At least hit the target. But anyway, France now having some possession for the first time on this near side. England closing down quickly, but France have come away with the ball. We've got really good technical players, but they've just given it away there, and Lauren Hemp puts it out for a throw to England. To France, sorry. We've played, a minute and a half, so very, very on 2 minutes now, very early on. England started pretty brightly, actually. We're closing down quickly, we're putting them under pressure on the ball, and we've already had a big chance. So far, so good, but France haven't really had a chance to settle down yet, and we know once they do, they are going to cause us problems. Actually, Baltimore has just lost out over on that far side with Beth Mead, I think, won the tackle. And now England looking to come forward again. Lauren Hemp does well, finds Jess Carter and played it back up that line towards Lauren Hemp, but it was good defending actually from France. And they're trying to come forward again, but Georgia Stanway nips in. It's going to be another throw to France. But so far, England have been on the front foot, which is what we want to see. I think it's difficult as holders of a trophy. It's all very, it's hard to win anything in football, in any sport. But once you've won a trophy, I think it's even harder to defend it because you've got a bigger target on your back. Everyone wants to beat you and say they've beaten their holders and stuff like that. So I do think this tournament's as hard as it was last time to win. This is potentially going to be harder. I think some of the other nations have got stronger. I'm not sure if we have got stronger, but I think we've got more options on the bench maybe now. I don't think that the starting 11 is necessarily stronger, but I think the bench maybe. England playing some good football here. Lauren James again over on that far side. And she goes around the outside. Can she get a cross in? She cuts back infield. She does get the cross in. It's a good ball. Oh, was it Leslie Russo there? Couldn't quite get on the end of it. That was good stuff again. Again, Lauren James was at the heart of that. We need to get her on the ball, don't we? A lot more. But that was good football actually in the build up to that. Nice quick passing. She's
pretty strong on the ball, isn't she?
Oh, she's good, yeah. She is a good player. And that was a good cross as well, actually. Oh, it's just a little bit too far. If that had just been slightly sort of not quite as far forward, I think Leslie heads that in. But anyway, Joe says wasting chances. Well, I mean, we've had one big opportunity and another half chance there. And yeah, we haven't taken them. But the fact that we are causing them problems already is a good sign for me. But yeah, it's been a problem for England, hasn't it? Not always taking chances. And you know, so far we haven't managed to in this game, but we've only played 4.5 minutes and we could be 2-0 up. And I think that's a good sign. That obviously, if the longer the game goes on without taking the chances, then that's a bit more of a concern. But so far, I'm not overly worried. In fact, I think we're playing well. I was trying to come forward there. That wasn't actually a great ball in the end. I think it was Kira Walsh and couldn't find Georgia Stanway. Now France really having the ball in England's half for the first time. But that was a strange defensive header by Beth Mead, and suddenly France win over on the far side. First time we're going to get the ball into the box, and just Kai heads it away. Actually, that was good defending.
That was very strange.
And Beth Mead makes up for that mistake with a better clearance there. Now she finds Leslie Russo, and that's a nice touch off here up this near side. Lauren Hemp, wearing number 11, plays the ball in field to Georgia Stanway, and that was better from Beth Mead. It was a strange defensive header. I don't know whether she was trying to. I'm not sure if she was meant to go back to Leah Williamson or whether she was going to go back to the goalkeeper. But in the end, it almost created a chance for France, but she made up for it with a good block on the edge of the box and then a nice ball forward as well. And now England back in possession with Lauren James over on that far side. She's seen a lot of the ball so far, and that's a good sign. We need her on the ball. Leah Williamson now slows it down, plays it forward to Beth Mead, touches it back to Alex Greenwood. A 100th cap for England, incredible.
Oh, she could give it a...
And Georgia Stanway loses it there in midfield, and now France again can try and come forward. They've not really made too many inroads into England's half yet, and that's credit to the way England are pressing. Selma Basher over on that far side. She's won it all in football, hasn't she? But she was in that Lyon side, beaten by Arsenal, of course, in the semi-final of the Champions League. A couple more of them players in this team as well, isn't there, that played in that game? France are trying to come forward over on that far side, and Lucy Bronze gets her foot in. It is going to be I think it's a throw. Obviously, she knows Baltimore very well, played together at Chelsea. So that's an interesting battle, isn't it, over on that far side between those two. And so far, Baltimore hasn't really done too much. She's on the ball now, though. Plays it square into the centre midfield. And France now a little bit of space on this near side to come forward. England have got their shape back pretty well here. Georgia Stanway closes the ball down, but again, France coming forward over this near side. In fact, Georgia Stanway was a little bit too tight there, and she's given away a free kick. In could be quite a dangerous area, this, and the referee's just having a word with Georgia there. She'll probably get, it was a bit late, maybe she'll get booked next time. But yeah, that wasn't a bit unnecessary free kick to give away, actually, because this is quite a dangerous situation. We've played 7.5 minutes in Zurich. It is still France 0, England 0. But so far England have been the better team, but it's still nothing to choose between the sides. But this could be a dangerous moment here. It's going to be Selma Basher with this free kick for France on this near side. She's going to whip it in with that left foot. It's not a bad ball, but Hannah Hampton's there. Claims that quite comfortably. The England goalkeeper. Not maybe the England goalkeeper many people were expecting in this tournament. Of course, Mary Earp was potentially going to be the number one, although, well, we thought she might have been, but obviously Serena had other ideas, and that was one of the contributing factors in Mary decided not to play international football anymore. France coming forward again on this near side. Cross comes in towards the far post. Good defensive header there from Leah Williamson. I think it was. In fact, it was Leah Williamson. A free kick's been given anyway for England. But that was a dangerous moment again from France. They're starting to look a bit more dangerous. That was Cascarino down this near side. She's not had much of the ball yet, but it was a lovely little give and go. And it was a decent cross, actually. Leah Williamson had to be alert, and she was. And in the end, she was pushed in the back there by Sandy Baltimore at the far post. And it's a free kick to England, who are trying to come forward again, but that's not a great ball. Georgia Stanway couldn't get it under control, and France coming forward again down this near side. This seems to be where most of their attacks are coming from. And that ball's played into the penalty area, but it's just going to run out for a goal kick. It was Kaichi there with the ball, but it was over here. And comfortable there for the England defence, and it's still 0-0. It's a goal kick. It looks as though Alex Green was going to take it. Oh no, Hannah Hampton is going to take it. She's normally quite good with her feet, isn't she, Hannah Hampton? That's one of her strengths as a goalkeeper, isn't it? Her distribution. She's going to take this goal kick, goes long. looking for the head of Leslie Russo. In fact, Leslie Russo gets it under control really well, plays out to that far side. That's a good ball. Beth Mead got a little bit of space inside the penalty area. Good defending, but Beth's got there first. No, she hasn't. It was strong defending actually in the end. I think that was by Grace Sandbach there, but that was good play again from England. And we've played some good stuff in the early part of this game, and it's just a free kick there though. Lucy Bronze pushed one of the French players there in the back, but it was good play initially by Beth Mead, and the two players wrestling each other there. It was actually Lancre and Beth Mead, and in the end the French defender came out on top. And now France have got a free kick. 10 minutes played in Zurich. France 0, England 0. Opening game of Euro 2025 for the Lionesses, of course, defending that trophy won so brilliantly 3 years ago, of course, not 4 years ago this time, due to the delay from the initial tournament, of course, which was due to be played in 2021. Kind of quite glad it wasn't in the end, because we may not have won it in 2021, who knows. But we did win it in 2022, and we're coming forward now. It's a good play from England inside the penalty area. Beth Mead cuts inside. Can she get the shot away? Oh, she laid it off. Maybe she should have tried to get the shot away instead, but Lauren James has worked really hard over on that far side. She's had a great start to this game, and she just won England a corner. And that, actually, it's not. I think it's a goal kick. It must have come back off Lauren James. Beth Mead had a chance there. Maybe could have tried the shot, but she didn't. And in the end, the chance went begging. That maybe needed to be hit as soon as she got herself into a good position inside the penalty area. But in the end, she didn't get the shot away, and France survived. But so far, it's been pretty much all England, really. A couple of counter-attacks from France and that free kick, and that's it, really. So England are doing well, but I've said it loads of times before, when you're on top in a game of football, you do need to get yourself a goal, because momentum swings so quickly. And France now looking to come forward over on that far side, but that's a good defensive header this time, a much better defensive header from Beth Mead. She, at least that way, she headed it in the right direction, away from her own goal, as opposed to the last one, which put us under a bit of pressure, didn't it? But anyway, France in possession in their back four, and England again trying to shut the doors and give them no way out. And this is good pressing from England. We're going to have to keep this up, though, aren't we, if we're going to get the result in this game. Cascarino's done well there, though, moving in field. And plays the ball out to that far side to Selma Basha, and she's going to have a run there. It's a good run. She gets past Beth Mead. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in, but Leah Williamson reads it at the near post, clears it away, and that's Leah Williamson's big strength, isn't it? Reading the danger, puts herself in the right position, and deals with the danger as always. And that was great defending from the England captain, Champions League winner, won everything now as in domestic football, and she's won the Euros for England as well. What a career she's had. And maybe it's time, if we're going to put a statue outside the Emirates, maybe Leah Williamson should be the next one. And I think if she captures England to victory in this Euros this summer, then I don't see how you can argue against it, really. She's won everything with Arsenal, and I say she's been the most successful England women's captain ever, because she's won the tournament. So anyway, France want to come forward over on that far side, but that ball's been over here. Basha can't get there. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be a throw, to England. But yeah, I think Leah Williamson deserves a statue at the Emirates, doesn't she, really? That should be the next one. And I think it'll be, with Arsenal women playing all their home games in the WSL next season at the Emirates, it's now pretty much the home stadium for the women as well. Why not? Why not get a women's player statue outside? And what better one to have than Leah Williamson? Maybe because she's still playing. Maybe you think, okay, maybe you should have a statue of a player that's still playing, perhaps. But anyway, England trying to come forward again. It's Leslie Russo on the chase, but the ball goes back to goalkeeper Perard Magnin, and the kick's good actually. But England do pick up the loose ball again. It falls to Lauren James. Now Georgia Stanway takes over, fires Lauren Hemp. Not much of the ball actually, Lauren Hemp, in these early stages of this game. She's another player, she's another potential match winner for England. Lauren Hemp on her day, another player that's just coming back from injury. So I think that's a good thing, fresh players. They're not maybe burnt out after a tough season because they've been injured so much, not played as much football, her and Lauren James. So maybe they both could be key. I mean, Lauren Hemp's pretty much a key player anyway, isn't she? Because she's just fantastic. Anyway, England have got a throw on this near side. Alex Greenwood now in possession. Plays it into midfield. and Stanway plays it back to the goalkeeper, Hannah Hampton. She shifts it long over on that far side. It wasn't a great ball, but Lucy Bronze kept it in, and Beth Mead has found Kira Walsh. And England have pretty much been in control of this game so far. We've played nearly 15 minutes, and yeah, it's been a good start from England. It really has been a good start. Anyway, Leah Williamson now chips his ball up this near side, looking for Jess Carter, brings it under control well. Plays it into midfield. Lauren James has popped up over this near side. She's running at the defence. It's a good run actually by Lauren James. Pings the ball over to the far side. There's a bit of space here for Beth Mead. She's going to get the shot away this time. And on the end of the box. Oh, it's come here to Lauren Hemp. The shot. Good save. And it's put in the rebound. And England have scored. And it's Russo. Yes. It was the shot from Lauren Hemp. Was saved by the goalkeeper. She pushed it straight back out into the path of Leslie Russo, and the holders are in front. And we've only played 15 minutes. Wow, great start. Brilliant stuff. And England get the opening goal in this game. Beth Mead played a big part in it as well. It was her ball to Lauren Hemp, and Lauren Hemp managed to get the shot away. Goalkeeper pushed it out, but Russo reacted so quickly to pop that straight back in the net. That is brilliant stuff. England deserved that start as well. We've started this game well. We deserved that goal. We deserve to be in front, and finally we've taken a chance, and it is 1-0. And Leslie Russo scored 4 goals in the last Euro, scored 4 goals in the World Cup, and now she's off and running in this Euros as well. And that is what your centre forward is there for. 15 minutes was on the clock when that goal went in. In fact, there's a goal check. I think it's run offside. She was offside in the previous bit of play when Beth Mead got the ball. But then when it went to Lauren Hemp, it's another section of play, isn't it? So I don't think she can be offside for the goal. But anyway, they are checking it. It hasn't been confirmed yet. The referee's got a whistle in her mouth, and it's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. Wow. Wow, that's a turn of events there. What's it been disallowed for? Didn't look offside, did it? I mean, she was offside earlier on. Leslie Russo was offside. Oh, was it Beth Mead? Oh, Beth Mead was offside. Yes, she was. I've just seen it there. In the build-up, it was Beth Mead. She was also offside as well. So that's a shame because we deserve that goal as well, but it's not going to count. Beth Mead was offside, and only just, but these automated offsides now, you're not going to get away with it, are you? And it was toenail in it, but it's offside, and it's not given. But again, that's positive from England, though, isn't it? You know, we've had all the chances in this game so far. We have been the better team. You do feel as though, you know, if we keep playing like this, we should go on and win this game. We're coming forward again up this near side. Jess Carter, who's done well actually, finds Lauren Hemp. It was her shot, of course, that led to that goal that was disallowed. Anyway, it's a foul on her there, and it's going to be a free kick to England. It was Delphina Cascarino with a foul. Can't have too many complaints about that, can she? And it's a free kick to England. Just on this near side, England's left. We've taken it, now we're coming forward over on that far side. Leah Williamson plays it in to Kira Walsh. This has been a really good start to this game from England, you have to say. A really good start, but we need the goal, don't we? We thought we'd got it, but we didn't. And we need to do it all over again. England won another free kick now. This is in a much better position, midway inside at the French half. That was a foul there on Beth Mead. Pushed in the back there, quite obviously there from Jean-Francois. And it is going to be a free kick to England over on the far side. And this could be a good opportunity again for England to get that ball into the box. We've got some strong players in the air, haven't we? So we've got an opportunity here to maybe create a chance here from this free kick over on that far side. Nearly 20 minutes played. Looks like it might be Beth Mead to take this free kick, or maybe Alex Greenwood. They're both over it. Alex Greenwood does take a lot of set pieces. With that left foot of hers, she may well be taking this. She's going to take it. No, she's not. She leaves it to Beth Mead. Clips it to Walls. Oh, that wasn't a great free kick, actually. Straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. maybe they should let Alex Greenwood take it. Anyway, France now looking to counter-attack. Didn't really make the most of that, did we? And France coming forward now with Cascarino down this near side, but that's good defensive play from Alex Greenwood there. And it is going to be a throw. In fact, it wasn't. It was Carucci there, not Cascarino. It's a throw now on this near side to France, who have struggled to really get into this game, haven't they? Lauren Hemp does well there to win the ball back for England, and now Jess Carter plays it forward. Not a great ball actually from Jess Carter, and France can come forward again. But again, it's good closing down in midfield. That was Georgia Stanway. But again, it's a throw to France on this near side, midway inside the England half. They're not really making much progress. They're just showing it automated offside again. Look how close that is. Wow, incredible. Look how close it is. It's probably the most marginal offside that you'll ever see. But, you know, it's the one thing that it can be an exact, it shouldn't be, but it can be an exact thing now, can't it, offside, you know. So that one clearly was, even though it was so marginal, but that's what the technology is for, isn't it? And I suppose, you know, if it works, it's good that it works. And it did do that quite quickly as well, which is better than drawing the lines on the pitch, which used to take forever, didn't it? Well, anyway, Cascarino's done well on this near side for France. The cross comes in, dangerous moment here, and Baltimore on the far post, but it's cleared away by Leah Williamson, and then the follow-up shot is fired high over the crossbar there by Jean-Francois, and England maybe a little bit fortunate there, but it was good defending when it needed to be. I think it was Leah Williamson there with the defensive header, but that was probably the best opportunity for France there. Again, it's Cascarino causing a lot of problems on this near side. We know what a great player she is, and she's certainly been France's most threatening player in these opening 21 minutes. We don't want to give France too much encouragement, do we? Because so far we've kept them at arm's length. Anyway, Lucy Bronze just given away another free kick. It was a foul there on Selma Basha. And it is going to be another free kick to France. This one over on that far side, coming up to the midway point of the first half. And I think it's been a good performance from England. This we've out the ball, we've pressed well, we've closed down well, and in possession we've looked dangerous. We've played some nice football. But anyway, France now playing some nice football of their own, but that's going to be defended there well by Lucy Bronze. Gets it back to Hannah Hampson, and she's forced to kick it long. Wasn't a bad ball actually. Leslie Russo's after this. She'll be so disappointed that goal was disallowed. Thought she'd got a Euro 2025 campaign off and running, but she hasn't. But she still might. She's coming forward now. Russo plays it up this near side. Lauren Hemp got time to ping out a cross. It's a good cross as well. An acrobatic effort there from Lauren James. It would have been a spectacular goal, but probably not likely to score with an effort like that. But it certainly looked exciting, didn't it? Even though it didn't really go anywhere near the goal in the end. But again, England combining well. That was Lauren Hemp there over on this near side. Good cross from her. Although she hasn't seen much of the ball, she's been very, very good with it when she's had it. She created the goal and she just put in a lovely cross there as well. And it seems as though, for me, her and Lauren James have been our two best players so far in the attacking sense anyway. But anyway, let's see whether or not we can get the goal that we deserve, because it's definitely what we've been a better team so far in this game. And we've pretty much had all the opportunities, haven't we? But football's about goals, isn't it? It's not about possession, it's not about chances, it's not about nothing else other than putting the ball in the back of the net. That's what decides games. And if you don't do that, you don't win. Simple as that, isn't it? And as well as we've played, we've had 2 or 3 big chances, and 1 or 2 little things haven't quite fallen for a day as well. So obviously the offside for the goal and stuff like that. But we've played well enough in this first half. I'm pretty pleased with how we're playing. Oh, that's a bit short. Can Lauren James get in there? She's done well there. We couldn't quite find Leslie Russo there with the she was challenged and the loose ball almost fell to Leslie there, but not quite. But again, Lauren James looking lively. But France now trying to come forward themselves. And that's a good ball actually over the top on this near side, and France coming forward again, attacking England down this left-hand side. It's been where most of their attacks have come from. Cascarino does well again. Again, France with a shot from distance, but that's going to go high over the crossbar there from Carucci there, and no problem at all for England on that particular occasion. And it remains 0-0. So, yeah. Oh, that's a bit of a strange goal kick there. And Anna Hampton had to scramble across her 6-yard box. But England have played that pretty well. There's a ball into space over on that far side. Lucy Bronze is charging after, but she's not going to get there. And now there's going to be a big space behind her. And that ball's played into that space. And this could be a dangerous moment here for France. The chip comes in. Oh, it's into the side netting. And that was a big moment there for France. It was Carucci again, who's looked quite lively for France there. Tried to catch out. Hannah Hampton was off her line. And she wouldn't have got there, the England goalkeeper. And if she'd managed to get that on target, that may well have been 1-0 to France. And that would have come from Lucy Bronze charging forward, not winning the ball, and the space in behind her. And that does happen quite often. It's something England need to look at. You know, fair enough, let Lucy Bronze charge on because she's good at that, but we've got to have cover in behind, and we didn't really do that sufficiently well there, and it almost cost us. But luckily, the ball went into the side netting, and England survived. But that is the best chance for France so far, isn't it? And they're in possession again. They're certainly getting into this game a bit more now, and they've just won a corner off Jess Carter. In fact, have they won a corner? Well, actually, did hit her arm there, Jess Carter, but she was outside the penalty area, so it won't matter too much. But I think it's going to be a corner to France anyway. In fact, it is a corner. In fact, I think they've given a free kick. In actual fact, they've given a free kick. It did hit Jess Carter's arm. She'd have her arm out. Oh no, it's a free kick. They have given a free kick. It's only about 4 or 5 yards in from the corner flag anyway, so it's very similar to it being a corner. But anyway, it did hit her arm, and her arm was up in the air. So you know, it's the thing that gets given these days, and it's going to be a basher again with this free kick for France on this near side. It's going to whip this here with her left foot. It's going to be an in swing, and this could be a big moment for France. Chips in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The header comes in, but it's easy for Hannah Hampton, and that's where France miss Wendy Reynard getting on the end of those crosses. But luckily for England, she wasn't there, and that header was comfortable for Hannah Hampton. And England now in possession. Alex Greenwood just gets the ball back from Kira Walsh, gives it back to Walsh, and then gets it back again. France aren't really pressing too high on the pitch, are they? They're quite happy to let us have the ball there, which seems a bit of a dangerous policy anyway. They do press now in midfield and won the ball. Maybe that's what the idea was. And they're trying to come forward again up this near side. Again, it's Cascarino cuts in field, but she's maybe overrun that. Does manage to keep possession though, and France have had a better spell, haven't they? Last 5 minutes or so, they're starting to get into this game, France. But that's football, isn't it? Every team will have moments and have spells in the game, and this is France's best spell so far. 27.5 minutes on the clock. It's still 0-0. France so trying to come forward over on that far side. Oh, that's good play. That's good play again from Baltimore. She gets to the byline, pulls it back. Oh, good defending again though from Lauren Hemp. That was that time, and now Lauren James picks the ball up, and that was a dangerous moment there for England. But Lauren James has done really well over on that far side to bring the ball away and up the pitch. But again, it was Baltimore causing some problems there. Got to the byline. It was a decent pullback actually, but Lauren Hemp did her defensive work well. Came back and got the block in. That was a poor ball there from Jess Carter actually in midfield, and Georgia Stanway couldn't get there. She looked across at Jess Carter with as if to say, "What are you doing?" Greg says Stanway looks way off in midfield. I mean, to be fair, I don't think she's had a lot of help from her teammates around her, to be honest. But France have certainly had the upper hand in that position anyway. Cascarino now again in possession on this near side. She's going to have a run at. She tries to do some juggling between her feet. She's done well though, Cascarino. She's inside the penalty area now. She can't get the shot away though. Good defending in the end from England, but France still have got the ball just inside the penalty area. Shot comes in from the edge of the box and it's deflected and it's comfortable again for Hannah Hampton. That was Basher with that effort there, and suddenly France are looking good. This is certainly their best. In fact, it was a good block actually there from Leslie Russo that took the sting out of that shot. I don't think it would have caused Hannah Hampton too many problems anyway. But good defending by the England centre forward, who as always is working extremely hard. She's just been fouled and halfway and has won a free kick. That was Sombach there with a foul, quite clearly there through the back of Russo, and it is a free kick to England. But this is, we just got to dig in a little bit here. We've got to see this through, and we've got to, get through this little difficult patch that we're having at the moment. But to be fair, France haven't really looked as though they're going to score. There was just that one sort of chip, wasn't there, that went into the side netting, but they've not really threatened a goal, have they? We've looked much more dangerous when we've gone forward. But we just need to take the sting out of this little French sort of comeback in a sense in this game, because they've not really been in it until now. Anyway, we've got a free kick on halfway, which Leah Williamson is going to take. The England captain plays it into Lauren James. Lauren James turns away and creates some space, and that's she pinged the ball out to that far side. It was a good idea to try to get the ball there out to Beth Mead, but she overhit that one. But again, she showed good control, good strength, and just couldn't quite get the pass right. But she's had a good first half hour, hasn't she, Lauren James? Good to see her back in the team. And knowing Serena, what she's been like at tournaments previously, she doesn't tend to make too many changes, does she, to the starting 11. So this may well be the team that starts most games, barring injuries or suspensions. This looks like it's her team that she thinks is the one to start the game by the look of it. I can't see too many changes in the future games coming up, but let's see. Obviously, if we lose this game, maybe there might be some changes, but this seems to be the team that Serena trusts. A lot of players that have played a lot of games for England under Serena as well. Anyway, France coming forward now. Again, it's on this near side. Cross comes in towards the far post. I think they don't really deal with it. It comes all the way to Sandy Baltimore. She does manage to keep it in. Again, she's going to have a run at Lucy Bronze. Just on the edge of the ass. Whipped into the near post. It's a dangerous ball. Again, it's really good defending there. Shot comes in and Hannah Hampton makes a good save. It's all France at the moment. England just can't get the ball clear. It's a bit of a loose touch inside the area there, but England still can't get the ball clear. That was a good save from Hannah Hampton. It was a good block just before. In fact, there's an offside flag is up, and it will be a free kick to England now, but hanging on a little bit there. And that was a good save from Hannah Hampton. The first save she's really had to make. Again, it was Baltimore causing problems over on that far side. In fact, it was an offside against Cascarino, and it was a good defensive end. There was Alex Greenwood. If she'd scored, it wouldn't have counted anyway, but it was good defending, and then Hannah Hampton made a good save. But as it turned out, had France scored, it would have been the same as us at the other end. It would have been disallowed. But it's definitely France. Oh, that's a terrible touch there from Beth Mead. Not quite sure what she was thinking there. Or did she think Lucy Bronze was further up the pitch? Anyway, she's working hard to try and win it back, Beth Mead. And she's been beaten there a bit too easy over on that far side. The cross comes in and it's deflected behind. I think that's going to be a corner. And it was Basher again getting forward well. The France left back, and she skipped past Beth Mead there, didn't she, quite easily? It was Beth Mead's mistake initially that created that problem, and then the cross was deflected by Leah Williamson, and it's a corner out to France. But this is the first corner. Oh no, England had a corner, didn't we? I think we have a corner. Anyway, there's not been many corners so far.
I haven't seen a corner.
But this is definitely France's first corner. It's going to be Basher who plays it short, gets it back again. Now it's come towards the edge of the penalty area. It's chipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's overhit. And Leslie Russo just lets it run out, and it's going to be a goal kick to England. Joe says, under the foe, under pressure, England are making France look good. Well, we're saying England are making France look good. I think France are a good team. And they've just stepped up a little, haven't they? We started well, and then France are having their spell now. And that's football, isn't it? No team dominates a game for 90 minutes. So, France are having their spell now. What we've got to do is dig in here. Certainly, we can't afford to concede a goal before half time. And we're making a few more mistakes now because France are pressing us a little bit more aggressively than they were.
They're high up the pitch now, France.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and they're having a good spell. And when you play a good team, you're going to be under a bit of pressure at times. But we just got to dig in. They've not really created that much, have they? To be fair, we still created better chances than them. They're just having a really good spell at the minute, so we just need to see this through, really. You know, our France players gone down in midfield, but the game carries on because France are in possession. And they're coming forward again. It looked like it might have been offside against Cascarino, but we play on the ball, close back towards the edge of the penalty area. In fact, the referee now blows a whistle, so the French back can get some treatment there. Looks like, is it a shoulder injury or an arm, maybe? It was Basher, actually. It was Lauren James was pushed her over. And she did land a bit awkwardly, actually, on her shoulder, didn't she? So maybe that might be what that injury is. You certainly know you're going to get pushed over if Lauren James pushes you over. Referee didn't give a foul, but I think because France had the ball, so she just played on it. I mean, I think it was a foul. Anyway, Basher is back up again, although she's still not moving too comfortably. And she's been quite a threat, so maybe that might have been a good move there by Lauren James to try and put her out of the game because she's been one of their better players. Anyway, England now trying to come forward, but that wasn't a great ball forward again. Was that Georgia Stanley again? Yeah. Anyway, now again there's a bit of space here for Cascarino on the near side. That's a good cross. It's going to be 1-0 to France. God. It is 1-0 to France. It's Katoto with the goal, and England made a mistake, and we've been punished. And that is what good teams can do to you. It was Cascarino with the ball across the box, and Katoto couldn't miss into an empty net from about 3 yards out.
That was poor defending by England.
Yeah, If France were going to score, it was always going to be down this near side, England's left, because that's where most of the threat has come from. It was good play from France. It was a poor ball from Georgia Stanway initially. Cascarino got in behind Jess Carter, looked a bit lost, and it was a good cross actually in between the two England centre halves. And Katoto just had all the time in the world just to slot that in. Couldn't miss, could she? And England didn't deal with that very well at all, did we? It was pretty poor. Gave the ball away. Jess Carter got caught out, and the two centre backs wasn't really aware of where Katoto was, and it was a simple goal. Greg says Carter is too slow. Left side is ball. Yeah, Carter is slow. We've always known that. You know, she's quite strong, but she is slow. And we've given the ball away again, straight from the restart there. And that's the quality that France have got. You know, Cascarino is a great player, and you give her that much time to get her to pick her head up and put a ball in, it's going to be a decent ball, and it was. But I'm not quite sure what the two England centre halves are doing either. Yes, Jess Carter got caught out. Georgia Stanway lost the ball, but we need to defend that cross better, don't we? Really. But anyway, that was not. That's a really poor goal to concede, isn't it? All round, really. Yeah. It really is a poor goal to concede. I mean, was it Alex Greenwood moved away? She had it, or was it Leah Williamson? But one of the two centre halves just let her run off her. Terrible defending. There was 3 or 4 mistakes there for that goal, and you know when they're looking at that back, they're analysing this game. That there's a lot. Yeah, it was terrible defending from start to finish, really. And yeah, not great at all. And I'm sure that's going to be looked at. England giving the ball away again. That was Leah Williamson that time. And now France have really got their tails up, and England really have to dig in here because we're coming up towards what last 6-7 minutes of this first half, and if we concede another one here, then we'll be in big trouble. Anyway, just Carter's done quite well there to defend that ball, and England haven't actually had a meaningful attack for 10 minutes. And Lauren Hemp is having to almost play as a left back there to get the ball, and there it is with just Carter, and Alex Greenwood this time goes long. It's flicked on there by Georgia Stanway. Oh, that's great play there from Russo. She's then fouled. Surely she's fouled. Referee says no, actually. And now France are coming forward again. They've got an opportunity with Baltimore inside the box. Oh, France going to get a second goal. Oh, Baltimore's done really well.
Oh,
and she's still done well. And she scored.
Oh, no, that's it.
And you have to say that's a good goal. But again, very, very poor defending from England. And France have scored 2 goals in quick succession. And Lucy Bronze was caught out for that one. And Greg said before the game, the 2 fullbacks were a weakness, and the 2 fullbacks have cost us the 2 goals in this first half. Well, contributed mainly, not putting the blame just on those two players.
No.
Poor defending all round. But I thought that was a foul on Leslie Russo in the build-up to that, actually. Referee said no. And then Baltimore was one-on-one, first of all, with Leah Williamson. Lucy Bronze came back in and just fell over the ball. And then in the end, the ball just bounced off her and came back to Baltimore. And that's a good finish from a tight angle, but it's too easy. It's too easy. And in the blink of an eye, it is 2-0 to France. And England now have a mountain to climb in this game and potentially in this group as well.
Yeah.
With Holland to come next.
We might even go through.
We might not even go through. And it's a goal check, actually. Is it for that foul there? Because I think that's a foul. I think that's a foul on Leslie Russo. Because you can't tackle like that. So it's going to be checked. And I think this should be disallowed. Because you could say she's won the ball, but she's come through the side of her. You can't tackle like that. For me, that's a foul. And that shouldn't be allowed. The goal shouldn't be allowed because that looks like a foul to me, but I think they're going to give it because she did get her foot on the ball, even though she's coming from the side. But I don't know. We've got to hope and pray this gets disallowed. Actually, we might get a let off here. We might get a let off here, but let's see. They're checking the goal, obviously checking for that if that was a foul. I think it was, but I've got a feeling the goal's going to be given. This could be a big moment in this game, actually, because if this goal is given, then England are in big trouble. But let's see what's the referee going to do. They've disallowed one goal already tonight. It was England's first goal. And the check over, what's she given? Now the goal's been given. The goal has been given. Serena's not very happy. In fact, Serena's very angry at the fourth official. And I think she's got a point there, because you'd expect that to have been given as a foul at the time. When it happened, I said a foul, and it looked like a foul. But they've reviewed it and said no, and it is 2-0. And England need to respond now before half-time. We played 41 minutes. And England have played well for 25 minutes in this game, but 25 minutes isn't enough, is it, against a team like France? And we've defended the two goals really, really badly. And I say now we have got a massive, massive mountain to climb. I think we're capable of doing it, but we just need to recover our composure. You know, Lucy Bronze coming forward over on that far side, but it's going to be a throw to France. And yeah, it was right in front of the referee as well, and that's probably one of the reasons why they haven't overruled it. But after that, you have to say, I mean, Baltimore, I don't know what Lucy Bronze is doing. The ball came back to her there and she just pushed it straight back into her path. I mean, that was terrible defending. Terrible defending. It's a good finish, to be fair to her. But if you're going to defend like that at this level, then you've got no chance, have you? You think England didn't concede a goal in the group stage in the last Euros, and we've conceded 2 in the first half of the first game in this one. But now we've got an opportunity maybe to try and get one back. If we can score before half-time, you'd have to say that it would give us a lift. Best meet over on that far side, but we haven't really had an attack for a while, have we? Not a meaningful one for quite some time. Can we find a way back into this game before half-time? Oh, again, it's not a great pass back, is it? That was Kira Walsh that time, but Leah Williamson managed to get there. And that's a poor ball forward again, actually, over on that far side. And England have just lost their way in this game after a really good start. We have won a throw, though, the goalkeeper there. Kick that straight out, but you have to hope that England can sort this out, because this game has run away from us quite quickly. Alex Greenwood now on halfway finds Jess Carter on his near side, plays the ball up to Lauren Hemp. She runs straight into the defender, and France again looking to counter-attack. And suddenly France look totally in control of this game. They're coming forward again, but that's good defending that time. And now they might have a little chance here. Lauren James, a little bit of space for her to run into. Plays the ball out to that far side. Beth Mead's going to get there inside the penalty. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in, but it's not a great ball. But England do win the corner. And not good communication at the back there by the French defence. Beth Mead overhit that cross. It wasn't really going anywhere, and defender headed it behind when maybe they could have just let it go out. But anyway, it's a corner to England. Is this going to be our chance to pull one back? We're into the final minute of the first half. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time, and I think this is England's first corner. And he's going to be best made to come across and take it on this near side. England's left in swinger with a right foot. What a great time to score this would be. This would maybe pull things round for England a bit. Best made corner. It's not a bad corner towards the far post, but it's headed away. I think Alex Greenwood it was coming in to attack that ball. Actually, in fact, I think it might have been Rousseau actually. Anyway, France now looking for a counter attack over on that far side. But that was better defending there that time from Jess Carter, who'd come across over to that far side. But even the set piece wasn't great, was it? And it's a throw over on that far side, which Basher's going to take. See how much stoppage time there's going to be at the end of this first half. There'll be a couple of minutes or so, you feel. There's been obviously a couple of VAR checks. There's a little injury as well, wasn't there, to Selma Basher as well. So maybe 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time there might be. But anyway, at the moment, France look more likely to get a third goal rather than England pulling one back in their space again for Baltimore over on that far side. I'm not sure where Lucy Bronze is again. It's Lauren James having to come back and defend against her Chelsea teammate. And she defends that well, actually, Laura James, and it's going to be a goal kick. But where's Lucy Bronze? She's gone missing in action again. But Sandy Baltimore certainly had an impact in this first half. And it's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time, actually, which, yeah, seems probably about right, doesn't it, I suppose. Most of that's because of the VAR checks, I suppose, really. But anyway, it does give us 5 minutes to try and get one back before the break, which could be so important. So I think 2-1 at half time is doable, isn't it? I think, getting 2 goals back in the second half is going to be really tough. But, we have scored one that was disallowed. We've had a couple of chances. Who knows? It's not impossible, but we're going to have to defend better because otherwise France are going to get more and more chances as well. But we need the next goal. There's no doubt about that. We have to score the next one, whether it's before half time or early in the second half, but we have to score the next goal. Hannah Hampton now outside the England penalty area, not being closed down. She's got loads of time. She's taken her time as well. Kicks it up this near side, looking for Jess Carter. It's gone behind for an England throw on this near side. We've played a minute and a half of the 5 of stoppage time. Alex Greenwood now plays the ball square to Leah Williamson. This is where England need to find another gear from somewhere. Alex Greenwood now brings the ball forward, fires it in there to Rousseau, drop deeper to get it, but plays it out to that far side. Lucy Bronze plays it forward. This is better from England. That's a foul. Surely that one's a foul, ref. No, referee didn't give that one either. But it's going to be a throw to England, which Lucy Bronze takes. Throws it back. Now England having a lot of possession at the end of this first half, but not really making much forward progress. Georgia Stanway just touches it back to Leah Williamson again. That's with Lauren James having a run again with the ball. She's done that well in this game. She's done really well again. Plays it into Russo on the edge of the box. Couldn't quite get the shot away. Touched it back. Oh, that's a poor ball from Kira Walsh. And Georgia Stanway couldn't get hold of that one at all. It's gone behind for a goal kick. And
Jesus.
At the minute, everything's falling apart for England. And we've got another 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. And it doesn't look as though England are going to get a goal back before half time, does it? There is a little bit of time. We need to try to maybe get one of the 2 Laurens on the ball, because they seem to be our best hope of creating something in this game. And they've just put the chances on there. France have had 9 to England's 3. All England's 3 are in the first 20 minutes. When we were on top, I don't think France had any at that point. And it just goes to show how the momentum has shifted in this game quite substantially in the second half of this first half. And there's a big job on at half time for Serena. Is she going to make changes in personnel? Is she going to make tweaks to the formation? But we can't play like this in the second half and hope to get something from this game, can we? Anyway, just Carter now on this near side. plays it back to Alex Greenwood. Every time England are trying to get the ball now, France are swarming all over us. They wasn't really doing that earlier on in the game, and that was why England were on top. But now they are. We just can't get through them at all. Hannah Hampton's almost playing as an extra defender. She's come right out of her penalty area. But it's not really helped. We're into the last minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half, which is looking as though it's going to be a very, very disappointing start to this tournament for England. Anyway, that ball played out to the far side. Nice take actually from Lauren Hemp, who has switched sides over on the right. That's a good ball actually. Lucy Bronze, a little bit of space on the edge of the box, but again, France were too physical there in the challenge, and they've won the ball, and now they're trying to come forward again. Actually, that's a poor ball forward, and Alex Greenwood's there to cut that out. But England just can't create anything. We can't find a way through that defensive way. Kira Walsh picks the ball over top looking for Lauren James. A nice little touch off. Leslie Russo now finds Georgia Stanway from a distance. She's going to try a shot. She does. It's deflected. It's going to be another corner to England. This might well be the last action of this first half. Can we find a goal back, which could make a massive difference to the half-time atmosphere in the changing room, won't it, if we could score from this corner? Is there going to be time to take it? Because we have played the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Alex Green was going across. It doesn't actually look as though she's in that much of a rush to take it, actually. But this will be the last action of the first half. And Serena's making a few notes there. Hopefully, she's got a plan. She's got a plan to turn this game around in the second half. It's going to take something special. Anyway, let's see if Alex Greenwood's corner can call something here. The corner comes in towards the near post. It's flipped on, but it's headed out again. France will clear this away, and surely that's going to be half-time when the ball goes clear. In fact, we still play on. And England won the ball back. In fact, it's a free kick. There goes the half-time whistle. And that was not the start we were wanting. Serena's off down that tunnel very, very quickly. And does not very happy, does she, Serena? Yes, there's a bit of controversy about the second goal. Was it a foul in the build-up on Leslie Russo? Potentially it was. But it was checked. The goal was given. And there's no excusing the two terrible pieces of defending for both of the goals. The first goal was a terrible pass from Georgia Stanway. Jess Carter got completely taken apart by Cascarino, and where the two central defenders were, I don't know. And then the second goal, Lucy Bronze was probably the main one at fault. Being out of position, trying to get back, fell over and knocked the ball back into the path of Baltimore, who scored. And suddenly it's 2-0, and yeah, it's not looking too good, is it? Aggie says England. Well, yeah, exactly. Stanway and Mead out. Well, yeah, I mean, Stanway's been really poor. Beth Mead's not really been in the game after that first 10 or 15. Well, most of them haven't.
Who would you take off?
Well, I mean, yes, Stanway and Mead would probably be the two favourites to go off potentially at this point. Bring on Chloe Kelly, obviously, and maybe Ella Toone or Jess Park.
I love Beth Mead, but she's
not had a great game there.
She's not a good game, actually, is she?
No, she's not. No.
Unfortunately.
No, she's not. But it's only half time. It is only half time. You know, we've seen England come back before from positions like this.
I just think it's very poor. I think they've been playing very poor.
They have been playing. Well, I thought it started well.
They started off great,
and then the goal was disallowed, and after that,
who was it that said, "Take your chances"?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got to take your chances. You have.
Whoever said that on you.
And you know, we had the goal disallowed, and since that goal was disallowed, we just France have got a lift from that.
We just fell apart.
Yeah, France got the lift from that, and obviously
they were disallowed. It was disallowed. That was it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, as soon as the goal was disallowed, it seemed to really have an impact on the game. And that seemed to be the turning point, really. And then obviously France got on top after that, and they got the 2 goals. And
I mean, silly goals, absolutely silly goals.
Yeah.
They weren't spectacular goals, but they really, no, I don't think.
Sloppy. It was sloppy all round, really.
It could have been avoided, I think. If I was Serena, I wouldn't be a happy bunny.
No. And yes, the second goal was a bit iffy. I thought it was a bit controversial. I thought it was a foul, but
maybe the refs not giving one out, like.
No, I mean they disallowed our goal quickly enough.
Aye.
It was offside, I suppose, if you're looking at it realistically. But they could have disallowed that second French goal quite easily, and no one would have necessarily had too many complaints because you can give that as a foul. But maybe they didn't feel there was enough in it to overturn the referee's on-field decision. The referee was right in front of her, So the referee should have got it right in the first place. And unfortunately, again, that didn't go in our favour either, did it? So, yeah, it's just not. It's not been a good first half. That's for a fact. But it is only half time, and who knows? You know, one or two little tweaks here and there, maybe a substitution or so.
Yeah.
I would definitely get Chloe Kelly on.
Yeah.
Beth Mead didn't have much impact in that game at all. So that's the obvious change, isn't it? That's the obvious change to make straight away.
There's a few people that have had a good game so far.
And then I know, but
not just them two.
Well, no, they haven't. And no one's played particularly well after the first 15, 20 minutes. But I mean, you could,
you can't take the whole squad off, can you?
Well, you can't really take this. I mean, you could take just Carter off.
Yeah.
But then, Neve Charles probably. But I don't know. I'm not sure if that's when you're 2-0 down. I'm not sure if that's the best substitution to make. Is it changing a fullback? I don't know. I would rather see maybe a more attacking change, and I think Chloe Kelly coming on for Beth Mead would probably be the obvious one. We need to find a way to get Lauren Hemp in the game a bit more, and I don't think it's helping because she's having to cover for Jess Carter quite a lot because Jess Carter's getting exposed down that side by Cascarino in particular. So
they know they'd be going for her.
But I don't know whether maybe changing the left back could actually have an impact on the attack because it might free up Lauren Hemp to get forward more. Maybe I don't know. But I think something needs to change because if we keep it the same in the second half, you can't see how we'll get back into this game. We need to change something. I say whether it is some substitutions or whether it's just maybe changing one or two tactically set up of the team on the pitch. I'm not sure, but I think there will be at least one substitution at half time, if not two, and hopefully that can be what changes this game. I mean, Serena doesn't often look. She doesn't often lose her cool, Serena, does she? Because she's a very laid-back character. But she was unhappy with the goal being given the second one, and she stormed off down the tunnel at half time. And I think that's frustration with the performance of England as much as anything else. Plus, obviously, that decision, which could be a crucial decision at the end of the day, because I say that goal could have easily been disallowed, but they probably didn't feel there was enough in it to disallow it. But yeah. They're just highlighting Cascarino here. She has given Jess Carter a real rough time down that near side. So her cross that set up that first goal. I mean, the left back has been a problem for him. We don't have one. We don't have a good left back, do we? That's the problem. We don't have anywhere. It's not like we've got one sitting at home that we didn't take. We don't really have one, do we? That's the problem. It's a problem position. Most of the best left backs in the WSL are not English, and that's an issue that we've got in that position. I don't quite know why. But I mean, look at that first goal. It's just so poor. It was Alex Greenwood got pulled across, and then it was Leah Williamson that let Katoto go. She's with her there. And then she just steps away from her, and Leah Williamson doesn't react, and that's poor. I don't like to criticise Leah Williamson, but she should have done better there. She had to do better there. She was next to Katoto there in the build-up to that, and then it's a nice bit of movement. To be fair, Leah Williamson's ball watched and lost the player, and it was a simple goal. So yeah, that was poor from 4 or 5 players for that first goal, really, and that's changed the game because England just have not recovered from that, really. Aggie says there, Norway turned the match around against Swiss, so England, but Norway were only 1-0 down. It's not quite the same, is it? I suppose as being 2-0 down, and I don't think Switzerland are as good as France, but I mean, England have come back. England have come back from situations like this before. I mean, look how far up the pitch Lucy Bronze was there for that goal. And yes, okay, we had the ball initially, but I mean, it's just poor. She just falls over, and I don't know. That's terrible from Lucy Bronze. That really is. It is a foul, I think, on Leslie Russo there. I think that's a foul all day long. But anyway, what happened after that is not good enough, is it? I mean, I don't know what Lucy Bronze. Even Leah Williamson's been made an absolute mug of there by Baltimore. And it is a good finish. I mean, that's a great finish, but really poor from England. Both of them goals could and should have been avoided. And we'd be sitting here at 0-0, and actually that wouldn't be too bad because we did okay for 20 minutes. But I'm not sure we can turn this around as things stand. But who knows?
I hope so.
Who knows? I say, stranger things have happened, and we have got the quality players to be able to get a goal back, and then the game will change completely. They showed a disallowed goal here. It was unfortunate. It was such a slight offside, and obviously if England go in front at that point when we were on top, who knows where the game might have gone? It would have been different. But unfortunately, small margins in big games are what matter, and that one's not gone in our favour. And yeah, it is offside. If you look at it like that, I mean, Christ, it's millimetres, isn't it? But you know, I mean, Serena didn't look very happy about that either. But it was offside, even though it shouldn't be. I always think that if it's that close, you've got to give the attacking team the benefit of the doubt, because football's about goals, isn't it? And you shouldn't be looking at a reason to disallow a goal. You should always be looking at reasons to try and give goals. And I thought, you know, it's not just in this game, it's the rules, isn't it? And I just don't like that rule. If it's that close, you've got to give the goal, I think. If there's daylight between the defender and the forward, or even if their whole body's in front or something, not just a tiny bit of your foot, I just think that's ridiculous. But anyway, they're the rules, and until they change, we're going to have to suffer that. But yeah, we're looking for excuses maybe a little bit, because after that disallowed goal, England just was not good enough, was nowhere near good enough. And you know, looking at the way some of the other nations have started in this tournament, we don't look as though we can go very far. But it is only half time in the first game. Let's not get too
disheartened.
Yeah, there's lots of
it is disheartening. It's hard not to.
Yeah, it is, because that was poor. That was really poor. I don't know, not good enough at all. But you know, this is where managers earn their money. This is where you find out about everybody, really. When things are going against you, when you're up against it, what can you do to turn it around? What as a manager, what can you do to change things? As a player as well, as a group of players, what can you do to turn this around? You know, the players have got themselves into this situation with some poor mistakes. What can they do to change it now? And the manager as well at half time. It's a massive half time, isn't it? And let's see what Serena's about. It's not often, has it? In the last two tournaments, we've not really been in this situation, have we? Where we've had to, we've been really up against it. That Spain game, obviously, in the last Euros, we were 1-0 down, and we had to come back then. But it's not really been very often, has it? And let's find out. You find out more in adversity about everybody, don't you? So we're going to find out what this England team's about in the second half now, aren't we? And if we turn this around and get a result, even a draw from 2-0 down, you'd have to say that shows character. And that will be a good thing to have in going forward in the tournament. And I would be happy with that at this point. But it's about the reaction now, isn't it? It's about how we respond to that first half, what we do to try and turn it around, quite honestly. And yeah, let's see what they're about now, shall we? For this second half. But yeah, that was just shite. Anyway. It is only half time. So let's not get too worried yet. But obviously, a defeat here makes the group difficult, doesn't it? Because you can't see any other result than France beating Wales, and that would put them on 6 points. Holland are already on 3 points. And even if we draw with Holland on Wednesday, which actually would be a decent result, let's be honest, that's not a bad result, is it? Drawing with Holland, who are a good side, that would leave them on 4 points, us on 1, and France on 6, which means we would have to beat Wales to have any chance, and it could come down to goal difference. We may have to beat Wales 5 or 6-0 and hope that France beat Holland. So it's going to be it could be out of our hands completely. So this is how important this second half is, because the defeat here really is puts us in such a sticky situation. I'm not saying we can't beat Holland, because we can, and that would put a whole different complex on it, wouldn't it? We would then be going into that last game against Wales knowing that if we win, the likelihood is we've got a great chance to go through. But I don't know, we're not going to beat Holland, are we, playing like that, as we did in the second half of that first half, certainly. So. But anyway, let's hope that Serena
pick themselves up now.
Yeah, pick themselves up and go again. And hopefully we can. I say if we can turn this around and get a draw, I think that'll be a decent effort. Actually, that would be a decent effort. But we need the next goal. We need to score the next goal, and if we do, then maybe we'll do it. But anyway, they're just showing a few of them Spain goals, aren't they, from the other night where they won 5-0, but they're playing Belgium in the next game, which will be a little bit tougher for them, won't it? So we'll see what happens there. But it doesn't really matter too much, does it? Because if England go out of the group stage, wouldn't that be that would be terrible, really, wouldn't it? Especially as Andreas is going over to Switzerland next week, isn't he, to watch the Holland game and the Wales game. He's not going to want England to get knocked out, is he? So he's watching a couple of Germany games as well. So he's got a busy week or so over in Switzerland next week. So that's going to be good, isn't it? But let's hope that it's not all in vain and England are out, because that would be. I don't know if the holders in the women's Euro has ever been knocked out of the group stage when they're defending it. I'm not sure, but anyway, let's hope we can do something special in the second half of this game and the rest of this group, and find a way to go through. But it's not looking too good at the minute, is it? And of course, Wednesday it is France against Wales, of course, which I think we know the result of that game. How that game is going to end up, don't we? Well, no, Wales, gave a fairly decent account of themselves today. They were never had enough quality, did they? And Holland, did more than enough to win that game fairly comfortably in the end, didn't they? Anyway, we're about to get off and underway for the second half here in Zurich. It is France 2, England 0, and it is going to be the second half is off and underway. France with the ball. And there's been no changes at half time in personnel, so let's see what Serena has come up with in terms of structure of the team. Yeah, I think Jess Carter needs help, a bit more help, so we can get Lauren Hemp more on the ball. I mean, they did switch wings towards the end of that half, maybe for that reason, but then Lucy Bronze bombs on too much anyway, and if Lauren Hemp's bombing on, then or she has to cover for Lucy Bronze, and she's not going to get forward with the ball either. But anyway, hopefully Serena's made a few tweaks here, but we'll see. But England are in possession with Jess Carter over on that far side. Plays the ball forward to Lauren James. We need to see her more on the ball. After a bright start, she's not had the ball at all, has she? She's just not been in the game. But we know the quality she's got anyway. England now in possession in midfield. Georgia Stanway touches it off to Alex Greenwood. And she finds Jess Carter again over on that far touch line. And she's played it across to Leah Williamson. Clips the ball forward over on that far side. It's not a bad ball, actually. It's well taken there, but it did look like a handball from Lauren Hemp. It's given us handball. But the referee isn't going to let that go, is she? Well, actually, they look like they both handballed it. Anyway, you can maybe see why it was given to France, because it did look as though Lauren Hemp had handballed it first, even though she potentially didn't. But anyway, it is a free kick to France. We've played a minute and a half of this second half, and England just trying to feel their way into the game here. Beth Mead on this near side again. The ball's just gone off and out for a throw. Thought she had a great game against Jamaica in the last warm-up game, Beth, but she's been poor tonight. Really, really poor. And yeah, I think that change for Chloe Kelly coming on is going to probably be the first one that will happen in this second half. And Georgia Stanway's just won a throw for England with a nice bit of play there actually on this near side. And it's going to be, it is a throw to England, yeah. It's gone back to Leah Williamson, and she finds Hannah Hampton. Now Alex Greenwood. And England have had all the possession in the start of the second half without really doing anything in the France half. But we might now. Leslie Russo's picked the ball up inside the centre circle. Now it's cut to Leah Williams up this near side. It's a poor ball again, but it's going to fall to Jess Carter. Finds Lauren Hemp. That's a nice spin. Lauren Hemp cutting in field. This is what we want to see.
Come on.
We want to see our good players on the ball can make something happen for England. Kira Walsh now. Again, it's Lauren Hemp. Touches it off to Leah Williamson. A little bit more urgency now. Beth Mead on this near side. Oh, it's another poor ball from Beth Mead. She had a bad. Oh, she just won it back. Beth Mead inside the box. Oh, the referee's given a free kick. This is ridiculous. I mean, Beth Mead's not happy with that decision. Serena's not happy with that decision.
What's going on?
You have to say
against us.
there was nothing wrong with that there. If you're not going to give the foul for the goal that France scored, how can you give a foul for that? She just stepped in front of her and won the ball. If that's a foul, how on earth has she given that goal that France scored? I mean, that is. You feel almost as though that's cheating. You feel almost that's corruption, because that is ridiculous. That is never a foul at all. Beth Mead just stepped in front of her and just took the ball off her. Wow. Anyway, we know what we're up against now, don't we? We're up against at least 12 players. And that's a good ball actually from Kira Walsh up this near side. Hopefully England can get a little bit of fire in their belly from some of these decisions that's not gone our way. And we can use that to fuel this comeback. Because you have to say, those two decisions there are just ridiculous. Anyway, Lissy Russo now inside the penalty area, touches it off to Kira Walsh. That's a poor ball again though from England. The passing in the final third just hasn't been anywhere near good enough. And now France are coming forward. This is always going to be the danger. We're going to have to take a few risks to get back in this game. Anyway, that's a terrible shot there from the French defender. I don't know if it was meant to be a cross or a shot, but it was terrible either way. And Hannah Hampton's got the ball. But yeah, England need to show a bit more quality in the final third, because some of the final pass has been terrible. After I say that bright start we had where everything looked good, and since then I think France have stepped up what they were doing in terms of pressing and stuff like that. Oh, England won a free kick. I think England might have won a free kick. Wow, incredible. 5 minutes into the second half and England have won a free kick. Anyway, there's a load of French substitutes warming up. But we can't see. I'm guessing there'll be England substitutes warming up as well. In fact, no, it's a France free kick. Oh, there you go. Where's the surprise? Just give them a free kick. Why not? If in doubt, just give France a free kick. That's got to be the answer, isn't it? Quite honestly. Anyway, France are in possession. In midfield, they're trying to come forward again. They'll be quite happy just to keep the game as it is, won't they, France, and just take the 2-0 and get the 3 points. And again, England can't get the ball away. And you do feel if France get a third goal, it is going to be a good night. They've got a chance here. Into the side netting again. And it was good play actually on this near side. But the shot there wasn't great, was it, at the side netting? Maybe a cross was needed from that position. Probably not going to beat Hannah Hampton there, are you, with a shot from that angle? And the French manager seemed to agree. But again, when England lose the ball, we look to be in trouble.
Yeah, counter-attack, don't they?
And that's going to be that. Oh, suddenly there's a chance there over on the far side. There's a poor back header. It's played into Lissy Russo. Oh, that's a bad touch. It's a bad touch. And a mistake at the back from France. And England couldn't take advantage, but we have still got the ball. It's Lissy Russo there, actually. I don't know what she was doing. But anyway, Kira Walsh now finds Lucy Bronze on this near side. We didn't make the most of that there. That was almost gifted a chance there to get a goal back. That time it was Lauren James not giving the ball away. Beth Mead does really well there to win it back. That's the kind of desire that we need now, isn't it? From everyone. We lose the ball, we've got to win it straight back, and we did there. That was good play from Beth Mead. She's not had a great game, but she's done well there. Now Lauren James done well. She tried to thread the ball through to Beth Mead. It got cut out. And that was a bit unlucky that time. The pass before was poor, but she was quite unlucky there, Lauren James. She did well. Couldn't quite get that ball through to Beth Mead, who ran into a little bit of space on this near side. Again, France maybe causing some problems of their own there, some pressing there from Lauren James, but that's going to be a free kick. You're not going to be able to get away with that, are you? And another France free kick. And that one you can't really have too many complaints about, can you? Because you can't be tackling like that, can you really, let's be honest. And it is a free kick to France, and the referee that was an easy decision for the referee to make that time, wasn't it? But yeah, that we didn't look at any conviction with that, did we? Lauren Hemp went through on that left-hand side. She could have maybe tried a shot herself. Instead, she played it in square to Leslie Russo. It wasn't a bad ball in actual fact, but then Leslie Russo lacked conviction and she took an extra touch she didn't need, and the chance went. And that kind of sums up how this game's gone really for England. We just need someone to take it by the scruff of the neck and just, drive us on and just show a little bit more, conviction maybe is what we need, because we lack. Oh, that's another poor ball. Beth Mead's giving it away again, and this could be 3-0 to France. Oh, and Hannah Hampton's made a good save at the second attempt, and Beth Mead again has created a problem for England. And it was Katoto again. That was a really poor pass. That is terrible, actually. And it was, the shot comes in. That's a good save, actually, from Hannah Hampton. She had to grab the ball at the second attempt, but Christ, England causing their own problems again. And Hannah Hampton did quite well there to keep that out, just about. And that would have been game over, you feel, if that went in. Now England trying to come forward over on the far side, but again, France deal with that pretty well. Actually stays in, and England keep possession. We've played 10 minutes of the second half, and it was almost all over. But Hannah Hampton's kept us in it. Again, poor play from England, poor play from Beth Mead. The ball, Beth Mead gave the ball away there. It wasn't really her fault. It was a terrible pass to her from Leah Williamson, actually. And France coming forward again, and that cross towards the far post is overhit, thankfully. And it's gone behind. And Tommy Tuchel's in the crowd. Look, I wonder what he's made of this game so far. I'm sure he's hoping that the men's team got off to a better start in the World Cup should they qualify. Anyway, looks like Ella 2 is going to be coming on quite shortly, which isn't a bad substitute to bring on. I'll still don't understand why Chloe Kelly's not coming on, but anyway, we might well see a couple of substitutions. I mean, Lucy Bromberg surely fouled there.
Oh, I know.
But the referee won't give it, obviously, because you can't give a foul against England, against France, can you? It's not allowed. It's part of the rules. You're not coming forward now. If we can get a goal, I do think it can change this game. But we do need to get one quite soon. Well, I say quite soon. We've only played 10 minutes of the second half. Beth Mead threads that ball through to Lauren James. Can she get the cross in? She can't. It was good defending, but have England won a corner? And that was a bit better from England there, wasn't it? At least we got 2 or 3 good passes together inside the French half. It was Sombach there with the clearance. It is a corner to England. Can we make the most of a set piece and try and find a way back into this game? Beth Mead's going to take it again on this near side. I wonder if it'll be Beth that goes off for Ella Toon. That substitution looks as though it's imminent. Now, can we get this goal back here from this corner, which would make a massive difference to this game? The corner goes in short to the near post. There's a bit of space here. Shot comes in. Oh, it was really poor actually from Lauren Hemp, but it was cleared away. I think it was going to the side net in anyway. But it's going to be another corner to England. That was a strange corner, wasn't it? Suddenly Lauren Hemp seemed to have loads of space inside the penalty area, but it wasn't a very good shot, was it? But England do win another corner on the back of it anyway. And Beth Mead's going to take this one as well. Again, it goes in low towards the near post. What are we doing? That was terrible. That was Lauren Hemp again, and that was just a waste. Unbelievable waste. Get the ball in the box. You can understand it a little bit if Wendy Reynard's playing, because anything in the air, she tends to just head away. But she's not. Put a ball in the box. And that was just stupid. A low corner into the near post. Lauren Hemp tried to play it out to the edge of the box. It lacked enough pace on the ball, and France cleared it away, and then they've got a throw. That's just poor. Just get the ball in the box. We haven't created any chances in this second half, and if you don't get the ball in the box, you're not going to, are you? Anyway, France want to come forward. Leah Williamson doesn't particularly deal with that well, actually. And France coming forward again, Jesus. And England look to be in a little bit more trouble here. It is Baltimore, and France keeping the ball, and England can't get hold of it. And Selma Basher on this near side plays it forward. Baltimore again score a second goal. He's going to have a run at Lucy Bronze again. That's a good ball and good movement from France. The ball across the box. Oh, and another dangerous moment there for France. It was a nice ball actually whipped across that 6-yard box. And again, too much space there. Luckily, the cross didn't find the France player inside the penalty. Another give and go over on that far side. Cascarino puts a cross in, but Hannah Hampton comes to the rescue again. But again, England are getting absolutely ripped apart on both wings. And again, it was Delphine Cascarino there. Lovely little give and go. But the cross this time wasn't quite as accurate. And Hannah Hampton was able to pluck that one out of the air. But it's not good enough for England at all, is it? Surely now has got to be a time for some change. Well, that's a good ball actually from Beth Mead. Can Lauren James get there on this near side? Not quite. Good defending. And now it's going to be 3 substitutions all at once. It is going to be Niamh Charles coming up left back. I think that was obvious. It's going to be Ella Toone as well. You feel maybe for Lauren James, who's obviously not 100% fit yet. And Chloe Kelly's coming on, you imagine, for Beth Mead. Yeah. And I think those 3. So it is just Carter going off. So that change at left back, I think that was obvious. Really, she struggled all game there, Jess Carter. Yeah. Not that Niamh Charles. I think Niamh Charles is a better left back than Carter, not a lot better. Anyway, Beth Mead's going off, not her greatest game, and Chloe Kelly coming on.
She'd probably be disappointed in herself.
She was poor tonight. She was poor tonight. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. But Chloe Kelly's on. She's been in good form, hasn't she? So that's not a problem. It is Lauren James going off. She's not fit yet. It was maybe a risk to start her in a game that she probably wasn't going to last 90 minutes. And maybe Ella Toone should have started and brought Lauren James off the bench to have an impact. I don't know, but anyway, the changes have been made. The 3 changes, are they going to be the 3 changes to make a difference? Chloe Kelly's first touch, cross into the box there, but it wasn't quite a good enough cross. It was cut out at the near post, and France can now come forward again. So Serena has made the changes on the hour mark. She has made 3 changes all at once. And I think they're the right changes as well, actually, to be fair. I do think they are probably the right changes at this point in the game. Could have made them earlier, actually. Certainly, Beth Mead could have gone off earlier. And we know that Jess Carter's been struggling. And obviously, Lauren James was never going to be fit for a full 90 minutes anyway. Maybe Serena was gambling that she might have the impact and the time that she could play. I think I would have probably brought her off the bench. But anyway, France are now reacting. They're making 3 substitutes of their own, actually. That seems to be what's happened. So they make 3, we make 3. Baltimore's going off, which is good news for us. Cascarino's going off as well. So the 2 players that's caused us the most problems have been withdrawn. Maybe France are going to look to hang on to what they've got. Diani's come on though. That's not a bad sub, is it? Let's be honest.
I was going to say Diani's good.
And Katoto's gone off as well. One of the goal scorers. In fact, the 2 goal scorers and Cascarino, the 3 most influential players in this game, have all gone off. But anyway, we've made our 3 changes. They've made their 3 changes. And let's see who. It's Matteo's come on as well. Suddenly, France are back in possession again, but that's good defending that time. And then surely that's a free kick swing. Oh, it is a free kick swing. Well done, Chris. And that was the first involvement there from Mallard. In fact, was the other substitute who came on, Melvine Mallard, who plays for Manchester United. She has come on as well. So that's their 3 changes for France, reacting to our 3. And let's see what impact they have. Anyway, Chloe Kelly does well there, but again gives the ball away in midfield, and that's been a problem area for England. Try to find Ella Toone. And France keep possession. It was Diani actually won it back. The substitute. You can't miss her, can you, with her long hair. Very easy player to pick out on the pitch, isn't she, Diani? Anyway, sure. Is that not a foul either? No, it's not a foul. Well done, Griff. Alex Greenwood didn't look very happy about that. Had words with the linesman and with the referee, and it is a. They're giving a throw to France. Of course they have. Of course they have. So anyway, it is still 2-0 to France. and the substitutions haven't made any impact as yet. But to be fair, it's only been a couple of minutes.
No, just come
So
on.
let's give them a chance to settle down and England to settle into a slightly new shape of the team a little bit. Let's see what impact that's going to make. France are in possession. Diani does well. This is a good play again from France. Diani now. And good defending though that time from Alex Greenwood. It does put it out for a throw to France in line with the England penalty area on that far side. And France looking the better team. Again, that cross comes in, but Lucy Bronze should deal with that, and she does. Gently heads it back into the arms of Hannah Hampton. And that was better defending there from Lucy Bronze. Anyway, Leah Williamson now with a long ball forward finds Leslie Russo. Not really had much of the ball in the second half, has she? Leslie Russo, in fact, she hasn't had much of the ball in this whole game. She can't have much impact without having the ball. Anyway, France coming forward again. And it's Mallard now on this near side. Cross comes in. It's going to be towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Hannah Hampton's dropped it. It's cleared off the line, and maybe Hannah Hampton got away with one now. And it was nearly 3-0, and that would have been the end of it there. She's done well, Hannah Hampton, tonight. She made a couple of good saves, but she didn't deal with that particularly well. And in the end, it was scrambled away by England to keep it at 2-0 and at least keep us in the game. Well, we've played nearly 65 minutes, so we're almost at the halfway point in this second half, and England haven't tested the French defence and goalkeeper in the second half at all. And that's nowhere near good enough, is it, when you're 2-0 down? Are we going to see a big finish from England? No, but that cross came in there. In fact, several players got in each other's way. In the end, it was Niamh Charles that managed to scramble that away. The England substitute. Oh, and England won another free kick. Christ, that's 2 in a row now. Maybe the referee's turning. Anyway, Leah Williamson now. England need some inspiration from somewhere if we're going to get back into this. That's a poor ball again.
Wet.
That is a really poor ball again from Leah Williamson.
It's frustrating.
Well, it's just England can play better than this, much better than this. And I know France are a decent team, and you have to admit that. But we've made it far too easy for them in this game. We've just not been anywhere near good enough. We've made too many silly mistakes, basic mistakes. Given the ball away, our passing has not been great, and bad decision making, bad defending. But if we can get the next goal within the next 10 or 15 minutes, who knows? Maybe we can get something from this game after all. But we certainly haven't been anywhere near good enough so far. Midway through the second half, still France 2, England 0. Chloe Kelly's done quite well actually since she's come on. She's kept the ball well. That's with Leah Williamson, who's given it away a few times in this second half already. Anyway, she's bringing the ball forward this time. That's a bit of a better ball. Finds Chloe Kelly again. She lays it off well. This is a bit better from England. Goes out to that far side. Lauren Hemp, who's not seen the ball for a while, but she's got it now. Can she make something happen? She's certainly got the capabilities of doing that. This is better for me. This is the first time we've managed to string 3 or 4 passes together. We've now got the ball to the edge of the France penalty area. We're forced back, but keep possession. Leah Williamson now finds Lucy Bronze on this near side. This is much better from England. Chloe Kelly now gives it back to Lucy Bronze, and England are forced back, but that was better. That was slightly better play. At least we've managed to keep the ball for a bit, which we've struggled to do. We've now got a little bit of space for Niamh Charles over on that far side, but she couldn't get past Diani. And she's done well again, Diani, but Alex Greenwood steps in and plays the ball up that far side. Is it going to run through to Leslie Russo? It isn't, but England do win the throw. That France fullback looks a little bit like, who's that Tottenham defender with the funny hair? She looks a bit like her, don't she? Niamh Charles with his throw for England over on that far side. Finds Leslie Russo inside the penalty area, lays the ball off. Kira Walsh's ball's blocked.
Oh, jeez.
But Leah Williamson steps in, and
there's
been a clash of heads there between the two players. Leah Williamson, and I'm not sure who the French player was, but anyway, the two trainers are coming on from both of them. And Leah Williamson's back up again. They just kind of ran into each other there. Oh, I don't know why Leah was holding her head. It wasn't her head that she crashed into. It was her side, wasn't it? Oh no, maybe her arm did catch her. Her elbow did catch her. Her elbow caught her in the side of her head, yeah. That was quite a full-blooded challenge, wasn't it? Christ.
Yeah.
But it looks like Leah Williams was okay. Although the French player's
still down.
You've got to be careful with your
head, haven't you?
I think she's going to be okay. In fact, it was the two captains, actually. She's,
right.
It looks like she's got some sort of maybe knee or ankle issue, but Leah Williams was fine anyway. Not sure what the referee's going to give, but it'll probably be a free kick to France. Because that team seems to be the default kind of stance in this game. Anyway, we've got 22 minutes to play of normal time in this game. So there is still time for English. We can get a goal. You just never know, do you? Well, they're checking out for a red card, were they?
For who?
I'm assuming for the French back, because she went in over the top. Actually, Leah Williams is getting some treatment on her knee now. She's getting her knee strapped up a little bit. I mean, I just thought that was two players going for the ball, and you know, I don't really think it was a foul either way, if I'm honest. But anyway, no doubt it'll be a free kick to France, I'm sure. She's got a mark on her back there, Leah Williamson, where the defender.
Studs.
Yeah, oh, it's a drop ball. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. There's a drop ball. Can't give a free kick to England though. Don't do that. I was actually giving the ball back to England because we did have possession when she had to blow. Anyway, it wasn't a foul. It wasn't given as a foul, and England are in possession again with Chloe Kelly now on its near side. It's a good ball towards the far post. It's a lovely ball. What a great cross that was. That's probably the best cross England have put in all game. It's given us a goal kick there. I don't know whether Lauren Hemp got a touch on that. She thought maybe the defender did in front of her, but it has gone behind. It is a goal kick. But that was a lovely cross from Chloe Kelly on her weaker left foot as well. Floated it brilliantly towards that far post. And if Lauren Hemp could have got something on that, it may well have been that goal that we desperately need. But it's a big 20 minutes coming up now for England. It really is a big 20 minutes. Can we find a way back? It's been slightly better since the substitutions have settled in. Slightly better. I wouldn't say we've been brilliant. We still haven't tested the goalkeeper yet in his second half. But it has been a little bit better. Although we could easily have conceded a third goal on a couple of occasions, actually. But anyway, we're still in the game, and that's the main thing. We have to keep ourselves in it. Yeah, I don't know whether that pass was meant for Georgia Stanway, but it did find her. Again, no, that's a poor ball. And France can just get possession again. England giving the ball away far too easily in this game. But we've won a throw again over on that far side. There seems to be some Mexican wave going on in the crowd, which I'm not quite sure if we want to see that really, do we, when we're 2-0 down? But anyway. And the rest give another free kick to France. And the 2-0 was giving that one away. Serena looking deep in thought there on the bench. Is she thinking of making some more changes? Because this game is starting to slip away from England now as time is ticking away, and we need a goal. Well, we need 2 goals, but you can't get 2 goals unless you get 1 goal to start with. So we need a goal.
We need this one,
and we need it to come quite soon to give us a good chance to get a second one as well, and maybe even a third if there's enough time. But let's get one first. And we haven't really looked like scoring in the second half, even though we have improved slightly. Anyway, France coming forward again. And although they've taken off their 3 most dangerous players, they've still got a threat. That cross comes in, goes to the far post, and Diani couldn't quite get under control. And Neve Charles has defended quite well since she's come on. I think the 3 substitutes have done all right, actually, since they've come on, to be fair. But anyway. It's no good if we don't score, is it really? They're coming forward now. Lauren Hemp over on that far side. Runs into a bit of trouble and then loses the ball. But Neve Charles has won it back. Oh, she'd got that ball through. That could have been a chance there. And that's been the problem for England. We do one good thing and then we make a mistake straight afterwards and not able to get any momentum going. Anyway, France coming forward now over on that far side with Matteo. Ball goes past Alex Green a little bit too easily there. And she get the cross in, she does, but it's headed away by Neve Charles, I think it was. But France still in possession. And that's not what we need. As long as they don't score another goal, we'll be all right for the time being. Anyway, Selma Bash is coming forward again. And France now just looking to slow it down. They're not that bothered.
Well, you've got 2 goals on it.
Lucy Bronze does a bit better there. And Leah Williamson. Oh, it's a poor ball again. Giving it away. And now France coming forward again on this near side with Mallard. I mean, France don't look particularly bothered now to get a goal. They're just happy to keep the ball. Obviously, if they've got the ball, we can't score. We're into coming up towards the last 15 minutes of this game as well. And there's a foul there by Ella Toon. And it's the first yellow card of the game, and it's Ella Toon. Of course, an England player's going to get booked first. Of course they are. It's obvious. And it's Ella Toon, in fact. There was a bit of frustration there on Basha. I mean, it was a bit of a wild challenge, to be fair. Probably was worthy of a yellow card. I mean, she may well have got a touch on the ball, but you can't really go around tackling like that, can you? And that was probably a good decision by the referee for a change in this game. She's not made too many good decisions. Anyway, Grace Clinton's about to come on. And
Is she going to come on?
probably Georgia Stanway would be my guess. Anyway, it's a free kick to France. We've got to defend this first, because if they score another goal, then it doesn't really matter if we make any more substitutions, does it? Because we're not going to get anything from this game. Yeah, it's going to be Basher with the free kick towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed out, not very far. And the ball's going to come into the box. The shot comes in, it's deflected, and again, England scramble it away. And sometimes we've hung on a little bit to prevent the third goal. Cross comes in again, and a header comes in from Diani. She can't direct it on target, and that's gone behind for a goal kick to England.
Thank God.
Lucy Bronze got the wrong side of her as well. Now Grace Clinton is coming on. Didn't see whose number came up. It is Georgia Stanway.
Yeah.
Thought it might be. And Grace Clinton is on.
Come on.
Wasn't a great game from Georgia Stanway either.
Actually.
Not too many England players have really done themselves too much glory tonight, have they?
No.
It's been a pretty poor performance all round. But is somebody going to maybe make
a difference?
I mean, look, six shots on target and none for England. 6 to France, none for England. That kind of sums up this game. We just haven't threatened the goal enough, have we? And that's the problem. And that's why we're losing this game, and that's why we don't really look like getting back in it either.
We had chances as soon as we come on in the early,
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. We were good at the
ago.
beginning for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then it's just not quite happened, has it?
Didn't take our chances like I don't know what Greg said it.
Yeah. Anyway, France coming forward again. That was better from Leah Williamson. She's not had a great game either overall, but anyway, she did well there. Again, we're second to the ball. We seem to be second to everything. We seem slow. We seem off the pace. And France look hungrier. They've got more desire.
Yeah.
And I don't know quite how that should be the case. But again, maybe it comes down to what I said before about when you're the holders of a trophy, a tournament, people are going to fight harder against you maybe than before, because that's what happens when you're the champions. It is hard to defend the trophy. It's always harder, but as well as France have played, you have to say England have been poor, and that's not down to France particularly, is it? It's down to the way that we've played with the ball, which has not been good enough with the ball. And that's down to us. We've made simple mistakes. We've given the ball away too easily, and that's on us. And it's not just one or two players; it's been throughout the whole team.
It's been collective, hasn't it?
Yeah, everybody's done it. Everyone's given the ball away stupidly. Just we're just lacking something, aren't we? Lacking a bit of energy, a little bit of belief, maybe. I'm not sure. We've just been so poor. And couldn't have been a worse start to the tournament, really, could it? Unless something magical happens in the next 12 minutes. We might get a chance here, but we're not going to get a chance here because the referee's given another free kick to France. Of course she has. And there's 2 more substitutions now for France as they try to see this game out, which would be a fantastic result for them. So when you think they play Wales in their next game, and it would be one of the biggest shocks in European football, wouldn't it, if they don't win that game? So they could be going into the last game against Holland on 6 points and in total control of the group. But let's see. It's a big last 12 minutes coming up, isn't it, for England? And let's see if we can find something special, but it's not looking very likely, let's be honest. So another 2 changes for France. I think it's Toletti's come on, taking the armband actually. And Ndongas has come on as well, I think, for France. And they've got a free kick on the edge of their penalty area. But France coming forward again. And that's a ball played through, but Lucy Bronze should deal with that. Oh, it was a bit of a sloppy back pass. Almost let in Mallard, but Hannah Hampton managed to get there first. And England got away with another sloppy bit of play. We haven't got away with that though, because that's gone out, and that's a throw over on that far side to France. And we've caused a lot of these problems ourselves.
Yeah.
We have caused a lot of the problems ourselves. And yeah, it's just not really been good enough. It's just not really been good enough. Into the last 10 minutes now. And again, England looking very uncertain at the back. No one wants to take control. No one wants to deal with anything. And yeah, just really poor, really flat. And it's another throw to France on that far side, in line with the England penalty area. In no hurry to take this throw, are they, France? England did manage to win the ball. And Alex Greenwood chips it up that far side, but again, it's not a great ball. But now Leslie Russo is she's worked so hard up there, Leslie, without getting any luck whatsoever, any joy at all. And of course, she should have won a free kick before the France second goal. But I think she has won a free kick this time with a very similar challenge to the one that wasn't given before. Yeah, it must have been a frustrating day, really, a frustrating evening for Leslie, really, because she's just not got any service whatsoever. And she's worked so hard to try and get into the game and get the ball, and it's just not happened for her. Through no fault of her own, you have to say. You can't really criticise Leslie in this game. Quite a few other players maybe have been well off it, and it's difficult to know how well or badly Leslie's played because she just hasn't been in the game. She just hasn't got the ball. She's tried everything to try and make something happen and get there, but it's just not quite happened for her. And France have got another throw on this near side. And Leah Williamson says 54 passes completed, it says on there. How many did she not complete, though, that she gave away? It must have been at least 5 or 6, I can remember. Anyway. Serena's still making more notes, but there's not much time left to sort it out. If you're going to make changes in this game, you're going to have to do something quick, because we're into the last 6 or 7 minutes. Well, there isn't really. I mean, we've made pretty
I
much
don't
all the
think
substitutions.
there's anything else she can do.
Not really. I mean, you've got Aggie Beaver-Jones on the bench, but there doesn't seem a lot of point bringing her on because we're not creating chances. She's not going to get the ball, is she?
There's anything else.
No, there's not much else we can do.
If players aren't performing,
we're not creating anything.
And they're not working collectively, and the passing's crap.
Jess Park's maybe the only one who could maybe do so. She can run with the ball and create some problems for defence. I don't know. Other than that, it doesn't really seem worth bringing another striker on when the one we've got on isn't getting the ball.
Aye.
So, that's a bit better. That's a better ball if that's going to be kept in. Oh, it's gone out. Oh, they're bringing on Michelle Aubameyang. Wow. Not Aggie Beaver-Jones, who's got all those goals in the build-up games. They're bringing on Michelle Aubameyang, who plays for Arsenal, so we're going to be happy about it. But what a strange substitution that seems.
Who's going to take off?
Well, I don't know. They're either going to take off Leslie Russo or they're going to play two up there, which, I don't know, seems a bit strange, but maybe it's a way to try and keep the ball up there. Interesting substitution that. I mean, obviously it's great for Michelle to be getting on, and of course she has got a great goal for England, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like what the point of it is at this point in the game. What way the game's going. Is she going to get the ball in and to get chances? Because Leslie Russo hasn't. We might get an opportunity now over on that far side.
Come on.
Lauren Hemp, she can put a ball in. She has put a ball in. There are two. That was probably England's best chance. It's still in there. Two again inside the box. Can she get the shot away? It's gone wide. In fact, it's deflected wide. And suddenly England have almost got a goal back, and that would have led to an exciting finish, wouldn't it? And that was unlucky, actually, because that shot came in. Was it deflected? Because it was deflected. I mean, I don't think it was going in anyway, but it doesn't matter because England managed to win a corner out of it. And suddenly, out of nowhere, and now Michelle Aubameyang is coming on, and not sure who's gone off. I'm sure we'll find out. And it's Greenwood. So we're changing formation, and we're going for it at the back. Well, at least we're going for it. Maybe we should have done that with 10 minutes left rather than 5. But anyway, if we can get a goal from this corner, then it might work. It's Chloe Kelly with it. That's a better corner. And Michelle Aubameyang was right in it. Comes to the edge of the box. The shot comes in. Yes! They've got a goal back. And it has worked. It's Kira Walsh. Suddenly England are back in this game. That was an inspired substitution, that wasn't it? Jesus. That was inspired from Serena. Don't doubt Serena. She knows what she's doing. And I mean, it's Kira Walsh who's got the goal. And suddenly now, it's only her second ever England goal. And it was, so you put a corner in the box. You put a corner in the box and you can get a goal. Wow. Why didn't we do that on the previous corner that we had? Anyway, it was a good finish from Kira from the edge of the box. Curled into that far corner. The goalkeeper maybe didn't do herself too many favours there because she maybe could have saved it. She had a hand to it, but she got it in. But that's a good finish, that, from Kira Walsh. And
just brush that.
And suddenly England are back in this game now, and who knows, are we going to get this unbelievable climax? A draw would be an amazing result, actually, because we've been so poor for most of this game. And it would just show, wouldn't it? That substitution, change of shape. Okay, that hasn't made any impact on the goal because we had a corner and we may well have scored anyway. It's now in these last 4 minutes or plus stoppage time. That's going to be where this change of formation is either going to work or it isn't.
Yeah.
I just wish we'd maybe tried it a bit earlier. We just left ourselves not much time. There's 3 minutes of normal time to play. There will be some stoppage time. France have wasted a lot of time. There's been untold substitutions. So there will be a chunk of stoppage time. So we have still got some time to get this second goal. But that's our first shot on target in the whole game.
Yeah.
That's the ball played over the top and Michelle Aubameyang's after it. Now with 2 up front, it's going to be interesting if we can get the ball forward. We've got 2 players to chase it and try and keep hold of it. It's now a throw to England on this near side. This would be quite an amazing comeback, wouldn't it? If we can get a second goal, it would be remarkable, actually. Because England have never looked like getting back into this game. And suddenly, out of nowhere, we've got a goal. We've now got a little bit of momentum, but that was a poor ball, actually, from Alex Greenwood, I think it was. And already Michelle Aubameyang's prepared to stretch that defence, isn't she? Maybe that, we thought Aggie Beaver-Jones would have been the more obvious player to bring on, but actually when you look at it, because of the strengths that Michelle's got, maybe that's why, you know, her strength, her speed, and her power, forcing, you know, the defense back. That was the idea, and now we've won a free kick.
Come on.
We shouldn't doubt Serena, should we? Because, you know, she's made it a little bit late, but you can see why she's done it. It makes sense. Anyway, Lucy Bronze now. France are going to be quite happy just to sit and defend this. Lucy Bronze's long ball up that far side. He's flicked on. Michelle Abiman's going to get there, is she? He comes into the box. She's done well, actually. Michelle Abiman, can she get a shot away? No, she plays it off. And to Grace Clinton. Now it's with Lauren Hemp, and suddenly England have got some forward momentum in this game.
Telly's gone funny.
That isn't it. All right.
Oh.
I know we've just seen this bit. Anyway, we'll see what happens from it now. And England are looking for this equaliser. Michelle Abiman plays it back to Grace Clinton. And Grace Clinton finds the goal scorer, Kira Walsh. Abiman again, who's actually made an impact, hasn't she? Wow, what an impact she's made. Anyway, Chloe Kelly's going to pick this up on the near side, plays it back to Lucy Bronze. We're into the last minute of the 90. Bronze's ball, it's a decent ball, and it was up there to be won. And Grace Clinton on the edge of the box with a shot. Oh, it's deflected. I think that might have been going in. It's still not cleared. Michelle Abiman's in. Oh, and it was cleared away. And it's going to be a corner. And wow, this has been an incredible finish, actually.
Jesus, this has been the best part of the game.
And hasn't she made an impact already? I mean, Grace Clinton with that shot, that was going in. It was a good defensive header. It was played back there by Lauren Hemp. Oh, Michelle Abiman's shot was probably going in. It was blocked. And she's made a massive impact. And we're going to find out shortly how much stoppage time there's going to be. Chloe Kelly is going to take this corner. We did score from our last corner. Can we score from this one as well? And again, it's Chloe Kelly with it. It's a bit flatter, this one. Again, it's only headed out towards the edge of the box where Kira Walsh is. Plays it up to Leslie Russo. She gets a cross in, but it's going to be deflected. Oh, onto the roof of the net. And that is going to be a goal kick. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of stoppage time. So there is still some time left. And they're just showing Kira Walsh's goal again. That has certainly made a bit of a difference to the finish of this game. It's given us something to fight for. And who knows, can we find one more big chance? Thought Michelle had one there. Just crowded out in the box and the ball was deflected away. But France are hanging on a bit now in stoppage time. Will England get one more big chance to salvage a draw? Which would feel as good as a win, wouldn't it? Anyway, France coming forward now with Diani. Are France going to get the third goal, which would seal it? A ball into the box. Kira Walsh there, back doing her defensive duties there, having just scored. But France still keeping possession. Oh, that's good play over on the far side. And are France going to get the third goal now? Oh, and there's handball. Surely that's a handball, ref. Surely that's a handball. What are you doing? Oh, yes, he's finally given it. It was Melvin Mallard there. And that actually was a big chance, and the ball bounced off her and hit her arm. And that would have sealed it there. But we've got away with that one, and we've now got a free kick. And we've still got 3.5 minutes to try and get this equaliser. A long ball forward by Hannah Hampton. But France clear it away. They have defended pretty well in this game. And Neve Charles is now going to take this free kick. This throw over on the far side. And it's certainly an exciting finish to this game, isn't it? Nervy for France, I'm sure. Can England find this goal? Michelle Abiman again trying to get on the end of it. But again, France have given it away. And suddenly England have some momentum in this game. Well played there from Leah Williams, and that was much better.
Yeah.
And suddenly England have got their tails up in this game. 3 minutes of stoppage time to play.
On.
Lauren Hemp looking for a give and go with Grace Clinton, didn't get it back. But England do keep possession. Come on, one more big chance will do it. One more big chance. Let's get the goal that we probably don't deserve, but who cares? Let's get it anyway. Chloe Kelly now on this near side. Chloe Kelly's done well. I want to get her to get a cross in the box, actually. Ella Toon now as well on this near side. She puts a cross and it's deflected. It's going to come to Leslie Russo on the edge of the box. Leslie Russo, can she get the shot in? Oh, it was deflected there. And again, France have defended pretty well on the edge of their own penalty area. And one of their players has gone down to try and waste time. She's not injured. And the referee is going to stop the game. And this is just time wasting. That's all this is. It's just literally time wasting. There's nothing wrong with her. But she did. It was good defending, actually. In fact, there was 2 or 3 players just crowded in on Leslie Russo as she was about to shoot. He's probably just cramped, if anything. Anyway, it's going to mean there's going to be more stoppage time anyway, so it's not really helping them out, is it? Let's be honest. It's just maybe took away a little bit of the forward momentum that we were building up there. Anyway, the trainer's on the pitch now, so we are going to get a load more stoppage time. So we've got maybe little chances to catch our breath and regroup for one last big effort to try and salvage something from this game that looked lost for so long. And it is Jean-Francois. It was the Chelsea player cheating. I mean, there's a surprise in there. A Chelsea player cheating. Who would have thought? Anyway, let's see what's going to happen here, because it'll probably be a drop ball again, won't it? You'd imagine, because we had possession. So I suppose we were going to keep possession. We should do it. It's going to be a drop ball, uncontested, just inside the French half, and it's going to be Leah Williamson who's going to get the ball off the referee when we're ready to continue. Now, there is less than a minute of stoppage time remaining, but of course there's going to be more time added on. That's a good ball from Leah Williamson towards the far post. It's flicked on. The goalkeeper doesn't get. There's a chance. Ella Toon. It's off the line. It's cleared off the line, and France are hanging on here. And what a great finish to this game from England. It's been poor for 86 minutes, but suddenly, wow, it's exciting, and we still might get an equaliser here. Ella Toon's effort there cleared off the line. Another cross into the box again, but that should be easily headed away. Not a good header away there, actually, and France can't get the ball away now. They're making the mistakes we were making before. Lucy Bronze fought back across, finds Chloe Kelly. Can she get across in? Now Lucy Bronze has got time to line up across. That's a terrible ball. Terrible ball. When you're in the dying seconds of this game, if the header's flicked on, Michelle Irby bangs in there. Oh, it won't quite fall for her. Grace Clinton fired over the crossbar, and you do feel that might be the last chance for England to salvage something here.
That's a shame. We've
actually put some real pressure on here. The goalkeeper wasn't comfortable there. Ella Toon, if it had come across there, who was that in the box? Actually, it wasn't Ella Toon. Ella Toon's in the box there. If that had come across to her, she would have just had a tap in. And then Grace Clinton's shot there has gone over the bar. Is that our last chance? That was a big one, wasn't it there?
Yeah.
So close. We've played 5.5 minutes. You imagine there's going to be at least a minute more, maybe even more for that injury or fake injury just a moment ago, and France have just booted the ball anywhere to get it out. It's going to be a throw to England. We will get one more opportunity to get the ball forward, you think? One more chance. But that's all we're going to get. The French players who were looking so comfortable 10 minutes ago suddenly now are desperate for that final whistle to come. We need to get the ball forward, but we can't. Now we might. Is this going to be our last chance to get this equaliser? We're coming forward again. A little bit of space. It wasn't a good ball, was it? And France now have got possession again, but they haven't managed to keep it. Lucy Bronze does well. Now Ella Toon, this is going to be our last chance. Again, it was a poor ball. And France have picked up possession. It needed to be better there. We've played 6.5 minutes of stoppage time, and that needed to be better there. And England have won the ball. Ella Toon's going to get there. Tips the ball over the top to Abiman. Can she get it under control? She has. She needs a bit of support, the youngster. Gets it out to the far side. Again, the ball maybe lacks a little bit, but we still got possession. We're going to get one more chance. The ball's got to go into the box. It's got to go into the box. We've played 7 minutes now of stoppage time. It's got to go into the box. It does go into the box, but it's too late. The full-time whistle has gone, and England have run out of time. And we probably, over the 95 minutes, got what we deserved from this game, which was nothing. But at least we gave it a go at the end.
Jesus.
Should them changes have been made a bit earlier? Should that change of formation have been made a bit earlier? Should Michelle Aubameyang have come on 5 minutes before? Would that have given us more of a chance to actually really have a go at it? We gave it a chance at the end there, didn't we? We got the goal back 86 minutes, and we had a couple of chances there, didn't we, to get the draw. Wasn't quite enough, and yeah, we probably didn't deserve it, did we? Let's be totally honest. We probably didn't deserve it overall, but at least we showed some fight, and Serena came up with a plan to try to get something from the game, and it almost worked. We made too many mistakes. The 2 goals we conceded in the first half were really, really poor. You can't defend like that against top level opposition in a tournament like this and expect to get anything from the game. And it was those 2 quick goals midway through that first half that's cost us. But yeah, the positive is we showed some fight at the end, and and some quality, and we almost managed to salvage something, and that maybe will give us hope going into the Holland game on Wednesday. We need to show that same fight and determination a lot earlier in the game, really, because for so long in that second half we huffed and puffed and didn't really look like we were going to get a goal. But then when we did get it, suddenly it changed everything, didn't it? And we just ran out of time. So not the start we wanted then from this tournament. We knew that this game was a difficult opener. You don't really want to play a team like France in your first game. It's the way the draw worked out, and we've lost the game, and now we've got a lot of work to do, haven't we, to get through this group now. France play Wales next, and I say it would be a major shock if they don't win that. That'll put them on 6 points. We pretty much have to beat Holland to put it back in our hands in that last game. That we have to beat Holland, and then that will at least give us a chance in that last game against Wales. You expect us to win. We might have to win by a few goals, but we have to win now against Holland. Even a draw is not probably going to be enough, is it? It's probably not. So, yeah, really, really disappointing. But there you go. Aggie says there, well, Swedish referee not good. Sorry. Well, it's not your fault, is it? Your referee didn't help us out. But to be fair, the ref was. But were we good enough over the game? No, we wasn't. And
there's a bit of everything.
The referee wasn't great, and that second goal should have been disallowed.
That would be a big difference.
That would have made a big difference. However, but were we good enough in the game? No, I don't
passes,
think so.
Well, defending, everything
poor,
was
poor. Yeah, we probably got what we deserved in that game, and the referee didn't help us. But at the end of the day, we didn't help ourselves either.
No, we didn't.
We gifted them 2
goals.
Only
showed face at the end there. That
we
was
did
the
show
most
fight,
exciting football ever.
And that was actually, although we've still lost the game, and if we'd lost 2-0 or 2-1, ultimately it's still 0 points. But the fight we showed at the end there at least has given me a little bit more hope. Yeah, for Wednesday's game against Holland, because we didn't show any fight up until then.
Yeah.
For a long time in that second half, we looked like we'd almost resigned ourselves to the fact that we'd lost. Yeah. And suddenly we got the goal back. Serena made the changes just before the goal, and I don't know, we showed that fight at the end, and I'm pleased about that. And it's given me some sort of hope, but it's might not be enough.
We have to win then, do we?
Ag says France best team today. Yeah, they were. France were a better team today.
They were.
They deserve to win.
Give them credit.
If we could have snatched a draw, it would have been fantastic. But
we took it.
But they were the better team. We can't really have too many complaints. We were poor, and we've lost, and now we've got a massive game coming up against Holland, haven't we? And Viv Miedema and Vicky Paloma Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. We can't change this result now. It's done. We just have to bounce back. We've got to win our last 2 games in the group now. It's doable. Yeah. We're capable of it. Absolutely. I'm not giving up hope. I still think we've got a chance to qualify. But if we perform like this, as we did for most of the game tonight on Wednesday, we're not beating Holland, because they're a decent team with good players, and we're going to have to be better. But anyway, let's hope that we learn the lessons from this game. We can build on that last 10 minutes or so, and we come out on Wednesday with much better performance and get the result that we need and keep ourselves in it. But disappointing overall, really. And let's not let the last 10 minutes overshadow what was a really poor England performance. If you're the holders of a tournament and you want to retain it, you've got to be much better than we were tonight. You've got to be much better, and you can't just play for the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes and hope to get a result against a good team. And France aren't even the best team in the tournament, are they? They're a good team. There's better teams than them, and but let's look ahead. Let's look ahead to Wednesday against Holland. Let's turn it around. Let's put in a performance and get the result there, and then suddenly it's back in our favour, isn't it? It's a 5 o'clock kickoff, which is a bit of a nuisance, but anyway, let's put this result behind us now. Let's look ahead, and we've got to be better on Wednesday. We've got to be better. We've got to win, and yeah. Unless Wales, if you're listening, do us a favour, beat France for us. I don't think you're going to. There you go, Leah Williams. Let's see what Leah's got to say for herself.
Got to say.
We lost the game, cheap defending 1v1, and learned from those mistakes in fairness and grew in the game, but on the ball, they're not good enough. Can't keep it in the areas that we needed to keep it. We couldn't keep it, and we got better as they tired. We took advantage of that, but not enough in the end.
Why do you think we didn't see the best from England tonight, especially when it mattered most?
I think sometimes that can just happen, sometimes it happens. The positive is that I've not seen us like that in terms of turning over the ball so much for a while now. So, yeah, really frustrating. I think that's how we'll take today. But tomorrow, back on it, and there was some really good stuff there today as well, especially at the end.
Did it feel disjointed defensively at times, from your point of view?
No, I think when you lose the ball and you're that expensive, like we're losing it really cheaply, and then you're in emergency defending, and when you've done 4 or 5 in a row, counter-attacks against quality like that, it is tough. But we hold ourselves to high standards, like I say, in the individual battles, and throughout the game, I think we improved on that, which is good to take into the next game.
Yeah, how do you fix that going forwards then?
I think everybody take responsibility for themselves today. Have a look. What was the area that they could have had an impact on the game more? Or, I will, but I think then tomorrow we have a new game plan, different spaces available, different type of opposition. So we'll work with what we did today and improve.
She looks paid off, didn't she?
Yeah.
She looks really. I think a bit of anger, a bit of upset, bit of everything.
It was poor. She's right. We didn't keep the ball
right.
well. We gave it away too easily. Poor goals to concede. But she makes a good point there that maybe the defence was put under pressure because we were just losing the ball too often in midfield.
Yeah.
And then, like she said, you've got playing quality players and you're under pressure constantly with attacks. You're going to get exposed, and we were, and we conceded some soft goals. But look, she's right. We've got to look ahead to Wednesday. We've got to be better. It will be a different game. Holland play a different type of style of football to France. They've got different strengths and weaknesses. We know we can beat Holland because we've beaten them recently. So let's look at that. I mean, will there be changes to the starting team? Potentially there might be. I think some of the players that came on tonight have put themselves in the picture for a start next time. I think Chloe Kelly did well when she came on. I thought Michelle Labimang had a really big impact when she came on. We said, what was the point of bringing on a striker when the striker wasn't getting the ball? But when you changed the formation in the way that we did, suddenly we had 2 or 3 players up there, and she was stretching that defence, and maybe we needed that a bit earlier. Obviously, she's not going to start against Holland, you don't imagine, but at least we know she can be an option from the bench, and that's good to see. And Ella Toon did well, I thought, when she came on. She'd put herself in there with a chance of starting on Wednesday. But it was more poor than anything else, wasn't it? And that's the overriding feature from this game. But at least we did show some fight at the end, and we showed some courage, and we didn't just give it up. And
if they hadn't of that, would have just been a disgrace.
Yeah, it looked as though we were just going to just gently go to a defeat, and that would have been terrible. The fact that we did show that fight is a good thing, and I'm happy with that. But it's not good enough overall. And Leah Williamson's right. She generally is. We've got to work on the things that we did wrong in this game, improve them.
Like she said, they've got to take accountability.
Yeah, accountability. And I think accountability is a good word, because too many players today were below par. Too many players didn't take responsibility.
It wasn't just one person. No, it was quite a few. Actually.
Most of them didn't play that well. Let's be honest. Most of them didn't play that well. But it's one game. We've got 2 more games in the group to sort it out, and let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So there you go. England have lost their first game of the Euros, but we're not out of it yet. We've still got a chance, and who knows, if we can win on Wednesday, then we'll be right back in it, won't we? So let's focus on that. Hopefully the players can recover from this well. No injuries. It didn't look like there was any injuries, and hopefully we can play better. Quite honestly, that's what we've got to do, haven't we? So
play as a team, actually. Visibly team.
Just show a bit more fight and a bit more belief, because we didn't seem to have too much belief in that second half, did we? Until the late changes, and then it did make a difference. But maybe Serena needs to look at that, change things a bit earlier if needs be. I thought that was the only thing tonight I would have criticised her with. Made those changes a bit earlier. if you're going to do that change of shape, take a defender off, bring a striker on, do it with 10 minutes left, not with 5 minutes left. Doesn't when you're 2-0 down, it doesn't give you enough time, does it? Do that a little bit earlier, But lessons all round to be learned, and let's hope we learn and come back and stronger on Wednesday. And when we end up, getting the result that we need and give ourselves a chance to stay in, because if we lose on Wednesday, we're pretty much done, aren't we? Let's be honest, we are pretty much done. So, we will be. We'll be out, won't we, if we lose on Wednesday, assuming France beat Wales, because they'll both have 6 points and we'll have none. So we will definitely be out if we lose. So at least we know where we are with it, don't we? But anyway, look, it's not the start we wanted, it's not the start we needed, but actually, you had that chance there. Was that Kira Walsh again? I still don't know who had that chance. I thought it was Ella Toon at first, but it wasn't, because she was in the box. So I'm not sure who had that late chance. Anyway, we missed it. It was clear off the line, and we lost. But there you go. So anyway, look, it's our first game of the tournament, our first little watch along of the tournament as well. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We won't be able to do a watch on Wednesday because the game starts at 5 o'clock and we won't be here because I won't be in for work till probably 20 past, half past. So we're going to have to hope that and pray that we get a result and that we can be with you for the Wales game next week, but we'll see. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's hope England bounce back. Not what we was hoping for tonight, was it? Very disappointing, but that's football, isn't it? You can't win every game, or it'd be boring, wouldn't it? Anyway, so thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
And we won't see you Wednesday because I say the stupid kick-off time, but
5 o'clock.
But hopefully we'll see you for the Wales game if we're not already knocked out and it becomes pointless. We'll see you very, very shortly. So thanks for joining us, and see you very, very soon.
I want to hear from Serena.
Well, we'll probably from LA, won't we?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dennis. See you later. Thank you.